Let me go into guest. Guest mode. Let me make sure that we are online. Boom. Yes, we are. Look at that. Boom. Let's see if anybody shows up. All right, so let's start the intro.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazee Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the craze. If you are an independent, catch the craze. Making moves on your own, catch the craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the craze. Join the movement, catch the craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the craze.
Welcome to Catch the Craze Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazee Man Vera, and I am with
Oh, it's George, the dreamer, Medina.
Spitting Bars.
Oh,
Come on, George.
doesn't need to be said, you think now. I'm messing with you. I thought I was going in. You thought I was going in.
I was about to do it. Yo. What's up? What's up? We're in the studio.
What's going on, everybody? Finally, we're back in the studio. Welcome to another episode of Catch the Craze. We are live with the fellas. Johnny's here, Aniva's here, Sammy's here. We got big announcements today.
Oh.
Huge announcements today. We're going to be talking about some topics.
Monumental occasion.
Yo,
First time in the house.
Yo.
All four of us under one roof for a live recording, y'all. First time.
Yeah.
All four
That
of us.
fourth wall.
That's it. I'm breaking that fourth wall. First time. Four Horsemen in the house.
First
Live.
time,
Yes.
man.
Monumental.
It's never happened before. It's never happened before. So what's up? What's everybody up to? What's going on?
Well, first, let's acknowledge what's up,
who's
Creators
it? Who's it?
Outlet, Daphne Lades, and Michael San Martino.
Mike. What up, Mike?
Arroyos Capollos. Oh, snap. Yo, I'm hiding away from the computer.
I like that.
Yeah. So, what's
Nice place you got here, Sammy. I gotta say, man. I gotta let the people know it's dope.
Thank
It's
you.
hot.
It is fly.
Thank you.
Yo, when you first walked in, you had to take the
Yeah,
tour, had to take it all in.
Yeah, he was trying to explain stuff to me in breaks. I'm like, no. I need to look around. I need to check out the collection. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
just how I do it. I may be taking some snapshots throughout the episode.
He's
So
like,
if y'all
I
don't see me
may-
in the chair, you know I'm taking pictures.
He's like,
so-
I may be taking some action
Oh,
figures home
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
too. I already told you about that. I need those for the reference, though. For the reference.
Yeah, you can take photos.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
you
I'm
take
good.
photos.
I'm good.
But yes. So Johnny doesn't have any technical difficulties, Mr. San Martino. I
Oh.
made sure.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
He's looking over there.
Hooked it up.
That's how you know
mess
he
up
watches
his
the
uncle.
show. He's aware of that.
Yes.
yes, that is.
That's like Johnny's thing right there.
Yeah, Sam threw me off. I got to mess up some other way. I got to think of something else to trip over or something. I don't know.
It's kind of hard to get lost in cyberspace when you're live, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
a little tricky. If you pull that off, you the man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a
If
little
you
trick.
somehow have some kind of technical difficulties,
I
bro.
gotta come up with something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yo, so let's do like we normally do. What's everybody up to? So I know you represent the lesson. You got the
Yes,
lesson T-shirt
yes.
on.
Yeah, she learned your lesson.
So you represent.
Yes.
Tell us what the lesson is about, Johnny.
Well, basically, I extended my company to a publishing company of other titles for other creators. The gentleman that created it is Derek Peoples. He's really cool dude, and it's about a young man who basically has the talent of basketball. He's a hometown hero, but he kind of uses the basketball for the wrong reasons, and he's forced to either make a choice to continue down the path that he lives, that he's doing, or he has to clean up the very neighborhood that he helped to destroy. So it's a really positive story. George did fantastic setup on the cover with the lettering and stuff. Fabio did a great art on it. I mean, a great book. really put some hot joint together.
We're like kids in school right now. We were reading the
I'm
comments.
reading the comments.
We're reading the comments. Crystal Joy already. We were listening. We let you. We weren't. You know what I mean? We were laughing at you.
Krista's
But
throwing shots.
Krista's coming in
She's
with
like,
the
"Pop,
fire.
pop."
She hit everybody. She hit everybody up on that one.
Nice.
He said.
I forgot to bring. I was gonna bring my book to put. Damn, that's what I forgot. I hate when I do stuff in a hurry. Yeah, Crystal, you know I'm talking to you. I was gonna do that too. I was gonna pin my stuff. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
but I got
man.
another surprise for y'all later on. I'm gonna spring it
Oh,
on y'all.
snap.
A little bit later on.
All right. So Johnny, no. So the lesson sounds dope, bro. I'm glad you guys are doing well with that. I know you're gonna be at ZoloCon with my man. Anibal. Oh, there. Look at. Oh, he got the hard cover.
Oh,
That's my joint. That's my joint.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, hold on. You coming next? Hold on to that.
That's it. Blood in, blood out.
So that's the one that started the whole beef. That's the beef, right? Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get
Another
to
memory
that.
just popped into my head. Something I'm gonna touch on a little later.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But Johnny, so you're going to ZoloCon,
Yep.
right? What are you gonna have at ZoloCon? You're gonna take a trip with Sam. You guys are
Sam
doing this
the man,
road trip.
yeah.
Yes.
So
When
what
is that,
are you
John?
gonna have? It's when is it? It's
When is
July
that?
17th and
For the
18th.
people.
There it is.
There it is.
ZoloCon.
Road
Bam,
trip.
there.
Oh,
Right there.
Who's
Crazy
that guy in
Sam and the
backseat with
Psycho.
glasses?
There it is.
There it is.
That's a 2-day show, is that? Right?
It's a 2-day
Friday,
show, I
Saturday?
think so. Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday,
17,
Sunday?
18.
Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday. I
Saturday,
believe.
Sunday. Okay.
July 17 and 18. So what are you gonna have? You're gonna have the lesson. What else are you
We'll
gonna have with
the
you?
lesson. We're also going to have a Future Scope showcase, or
yeah.
some Future Scope showcase, hopefully. Celestine, Protector of Realms, and Other Stories. That's an anthology book, doing really well. And check out the reviews of the books, of everyone's book. Annabelle has a great review. George has a great review of Russ, done by Sam the Crazy Man Vera. The lesson has a great review along with the Future Scope showcase. Really, really great stuff. You get an inside look at the whole Four Horsemen's book. So check it out and subscribe.
Oh, look at you. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Sam needs his own show. I mean, John needs his own show.
No,
So going over to Anibal Arroyo case. So what do you have? What do you have for us today?
Oh boy, let me see. Where could I start?
You've been working on a lot of stuff though.
yeah,
There's a lot of
I
behind the
have,
scenes stuff. You guys gotta follow Anibal
appreciate
on Instagram. Go to Arroyucus. It's ARROYUS, right?
YUS.
Yeah, so go there. You have a lot of behind the scenes. So what have you been working on? Tell us
I've
what
been
you've been
working
working
on
on.
my own graphic novel, which is something I'm working on for my senior thesis coming up in May 2022. But I want to talk about it, but I can't really share because I'm trying to do it legal. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get like the copyrights and all that stuff. I'm willing to like share, and I'm gonna be looking here and looking here. I'm willing to share like
Too many cameras.
the behind
Too
the
many
scenes stuff. Yes, like this. I'm not in my basement where I'm using my hand to control everything there.
one camera.
This is a little bit different. So yeah, it's a little bit different. But as I was saying, I'm gonna be sharing very, very soon. I want to get my legalities all in order. I got like a logo I've been working on, and it's very exciting work for me. I'm from scratch. I'm doing everything from like the pencils, the inks, the writing, everything. For the first time, I'm doing like the job of like an entire comic book like building, basically an entire staff, and I'm in love with the project, and I'm still in love with the project. And every day that I sit down, I'm very excited to sit down and work on a project. So that's always good.
That's dope.
I'm realistic, and I originally wanted to do like the entire graphic novel and have it completed by next year, but as I'm realizing, as I'm working on these pages, there's just no way unless I could clone myself, you know what I mean? Like, and have like multiple me's working on multiple things. I will not be able to do that. I will settle for at least one issue, fully colored, lettered, and ready to print. And if not that, half of one issue, and in the same respect with colored pages, all done by me. And this is for May 2022. And you're all invited to the show, my senior show. You guys better show up.
Wait, when is
And,
it? When is it?
It should be. It's scheduled, I believe, is May 2022 or April, whenever the end of the semester is. I can't really remember. So I'll give you guys all a heads up and invitation. So yeah, that's what Arroyucus is up to.
Nice. And what are you pimping today? Anything?
Well,
Well, That's just his
as always. Okay, I did forget to bring Samuel's copy, but as always, please remember. Please, folks, just remember my book is available. Bill Steve's Classic Recreation. This is actually the very first project I worked on by myself under the Mass Media Studios banner when we had our little brothers George and Jonathan. So yeah, this is available. It's available through Darkfire Press. My boy J.M. DeSantis runs that, and very good guy, very good company. Get your copy now.
There you go.
Hardcover or soft.
There you go. Hey, just some comments over here.
Oh, they're going crazy.
All is right. Annie has gone back to his Fordham Road roots. Michael San Martinez calling you the postmaster.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
George wants me to use Instagram when it took him 6 years to get me to make a Facebook account. Creators Outlet laughed, and then Aniba's about to release issue number 1 of the Postmaster.
What is Fordham Road about? I'm not.
Fordham Road, where they sell, like, you ever been on the Fordham Road? They be
like
always,
the
somebody's always selling something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they be hustling.
I'm like a hustler.
Yeah,
I got
hustler.
it.
You're the guy with the table.
I got it. Okay, you're selling those mixtapes and all that. I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yo, but we forgot to mention a lot of stuff. So Sam, we just jumped right into the guys. We have a few things that came in today. We have a few things going on here. So let everybody know here. Pass that down so Sammy can hint that out.
Give me your books. Give me your books.
Run your books.
So yeah, the crazies are here. The crazies are here. Yeah. So everything's arrived except for one more thing. But everything's being packaged, and some of you getting the ones who are waiting for that one more thing. You'll get yours by next week, and everybody else it'll start shipping by Friday. So we've been signing everything.
Yeah.
We got the certificates of authenticity. We got the hollow foil, the gold, the silver. We got the standard cover. This cover is off the chain.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah, that artist is fire. I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
but
who is that guy?
That guy is amazing. Here you go.
That's that dad.
Yo, is this being seen multiple screen like this for everybody?
Yeah. They see everybody.
All four of us.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta be careful.
What you
where
see
I
is what you
scratch,
get.
then. On camera here, you I'll have to show where I put my hands at. I have to be like this.
That is true. That is true.
We got another one in the house.
PGN 450, 100%. Thank you very
What's
much.
up?
I forgot my spinner. God damn, Mike. Good
George,
stuff,
remember
bro.
when I talked to you? This was the thing I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This
look at
is
this.
where we put the
My
raffles.
man. My man was holding.
When we do the
Ow.
raffles, this is what we do the raffles
Look
in.
at this guy.
Rotisserie chicken about to get cooked in here, bro.
It's gold.
Yo, I just got hungry.
That's some rotisserie. Give
Got
some
real
rotisserie, Sammy.
Yo.
Of course, the Royals con pollos is on my ticket.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yo.
Yeah, buddy.
Big shout out to Daphne. She's fulfilling her Kickstarter right now. So if you don't know who Daphne Lage is, she is an incredible artist. She did actually the and the first she did issue number 1 of the Crazies. It was an alternate cover. And it was amazing. But yeah, big shout out to her. She's got a Kickstarter that she's fulfilling right now. I'm sure she's going to have another one soon. Follow her and check out her artwork. She's doing great things. But yeah, that looks dope. I didn't know you had that. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And July 6th, Tuesday, we're going live because we have, what else we got going on
Forbidden.
Tuesday? That's right.
Forbidden launching on Kickstarter. Have you signed up to the landing page?
That's right.
You know, what's up with that? If you have not, this is going to be fire. It's 27 pages of art by Arroyos con Pollos, none other.
Yes.
There's variant covers by the Crazee Man himself. It's fire. This one is dope. This book is epic. If you got issue 0, Sin breaks loose. He gets out of the caverns. And everything just got set off. What are you looking at?
No, Crystal and Michael, they just don't know how to act right now. We try to do some announcements, and they're over here gigging.
They're acting up.
Michael said today is the day that the spinners are dead. Long live the raffle machine. Oh snap!
There's the link.
Oh snap!
There's the link to Forbidden. Sign up on my landing page.
Yo, sign up on that landing.
We're gonna be live next week, 8 p.m. Launching Forbidden. So there's a first day incentive. There's a limited edition. You can only get it on day 1. It's not gonna be available as an add-on. It'll never be available again.
You guys doing the certificate of authentication?
Yes, it's the Sin cover. It's a Sin cover, Walking Through Flames with Viejo. Yeah, so that one's gonna be hot, and so we have a lot of tiers. It's gonna be fun, and and for the real big Forbidden fans, you have an opportunity to collect every cover, the 3-issue cover from the first campaign that we launched on Indiegogo to the I think it's 3 additional covers or 4 on the second campaign. So it's like 7 covers that you can collect them all.
Damn, 7
in this campaign. It's fire.
Back to the 90s with
Damn.
fire. 100 different
Fire.
colors. Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be dope.
Wow. Nice.
All right. And Crystal's throwing jabs. She's saying I'm old. It's your fault that the suspenders are dead. I forgot it.
About oatmeal. What she doing?
She said, she says it's feeding him his oatmeal. You need to remind him while feeding him his oatmeal. Oh, Jesus, savage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and if you are in the Pennsylvania area and you're watching the show, the guys will be at ZoloCon. Sam, you're going to have copies of Forbidden at ZoloCon?
I have Forbidden and the Crazies and the trade paperback for Disneyland in my toilet.
That's right. And it's July 17th and 18th. So if you're at the show and you want to sign up or you want to pledge at the show, you can do that as well because the Kickstarter is going to run through August at this point. It's a month.
Yeah. So everybody knows I had to start late because Kickstarter wouldn't let us launch it. So we launched it late, so we had to push back the week to July 6th from June 25th. Right. So, but I'm excited. It gave me an opportunity to really go back and tweak some things. So I can't wait. I'm hoping to really, every single one who supported us on Indiegogo said go to Kickstarter, take it out of Indiegogo. So I'm doing it. So I need you to help spread the word. You made me move. You made me pack up. So I need you to help spread the word.
He was chilling in Indiegogo, minding his own business.
Rally the troops. Rally the troops.
Shut up.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
No, big shot. And then Michael says George has to fire back with those lottery air machines. Only way he can win the day. I'm going to have some scratch-offs. And John will be at Zolo with his AOL coverage.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. He said absolutely. So yeah, man. So we are in the studio. It's good to be live in the studio. Tired of that computer screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's nothing like the live interaction. I definitely
Word.
agree.
And you live down the block, really?
Yeah, I do. I'm about what, 15 minutes away?
Right?
Yeah.
Like that, 20 minutes away?
Yeah, you're not far.
Yeah.
Johnny and I
I
took the
delivered
drive.
food down the block.
Word.
That's not the same level. I know it's not up to this level, but I did do a delivery in this block.
Delivery man. He was delivering food.
So what George is getting at, this could basically keep happening. You know what I'm saying? As long as
It'd be nice.
if our gracious host would allow it, we could do this at least maybe once a month.
All I'm gonna say is just take it in. You know what I mean?
Well, I set it up this way.
Yeah, that was the whole plan.
The whole plan. It was
The plan was this.
In fact, I think Mark he hasn't joined us yet, but Mark was actually going to be one of the first in-studio guests. Oh, wow. That's how we had it planned because he was the first guest to the comeback.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And we were going to anniversary that.
Yeah. Where are the drinks? Right here.
Yeah, this is how.
Yeah.
Salud.
Yo, you cannot have liquor on a heat wave. Yo, this weather is, I can't sweat. I got the AC and the ceiling fan going, and it's still warm.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it's not bad. Like it's not like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's kind of comfortable actually. But yeah,
You know
we
what,
got
because-
lights in here. We got, you know what I mean. So
We got a lot of lights here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question for George.
Oh.
Oh shit.
George is always bringing some cool fashion clothes, representing people. I noticed another cool hat.
John, you're setting me up, John.
What is that hat?
Yeah.
I want one of those hats.
Oh, my hat. This is the
yeah.
Get Your Meds.
Get Your
Meds
Medina
hat.
haze.
Good one, John.
Good, Johnny. Good eye. Good eye.
Yes, he's got this hat on.
That's what I think.
Yeah, we got that. The logo's changed.
The logo's changed.
The logo's changed, but yeah, that is.
Oh,
The Get Your Meds. Yeah, no, thank you, John. I do want to, I'm actually ordered some, I ordered some of these, what are these called?
Patches.
I ordered a bunch of patches. Well, I'm going to order patches and see what they look like because this one came a little flat. But, no, thank you very much, Johnny. Yeah, so Get Your Meds.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
gotta
to
watch.
put that together. Go to the website, getyourmeds.com. Check that out. I got T-shirts, comics, all that fun stuff over there. So check that out. But, yeah, thank you, John.
You gotta watch John when you have new gear because I was walking down the block with him. I had a hoodie on, and when I got home, it was gone.
He's like, yo, this hoodie feels nice.
You go crazy.
Yes, it was.
Oh, you crazy.
Oh, you crazy.
Yeah, I love that sound there, bro. Oh, snap. Where is the Everclear in Devil Springs? Oh, you mean the waters. Ice cold beer, fellas.
This is the Yankees.
Your
the
whole
junkies.
fucking weak sauce. Yo, so what do we got going on today? We're gonna be we have a topic, right? We got
we did?
Yeah, we got a topic. Actually, it was a topic that stemmed from one of your Crazy 10 or Less.
For the love.
For the love. Do you do it for the love, or do you do it for the money?
Where is the love?
Or do you do it for the love of the money? You know what I'm saying?
The money. There's always that.
You know what I mean?
Money.
So what are we doing this for, man? Like, and everybody, and you guys watching, what do you do it for? I know, Mike, you got a book. So, what do we all do this for? What is the purpose? Like, John, what do you do it? Do you do it for the money, or do you do it for the love?
I'm trying to impress some ladies. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
That was a good one. That was good. Perfect sound effect. Perfect sound effect.
Oh,
ladies, boing.
Boing. Swing.
I want the YouTube crazy.
Follow up by the baby laugh.
Oh,
No,
damn.
not the baby laugh.
Not the baby laugh. So go ahead. What do you got, John? What do you got? What do you do it for, man?
I'll be honest. I'm doing it for the money, but the only reason why I say that, I gotta put cliff notes to my answers, is because I want to do this as a living, because it's what I love to do. With people that I love, family members and people that are creative that I love. And the only way I could see that actually being a possibility is making enough revenue to be able to do that. Yeah. Without the revenue, it just won't happen. So I'd be lying if I said, oh, I just do it for the love of it. Right now, I'm doing it for the love because brother ain't flipping houses, making mad money. But at the end of the day, I do want to get to a point where I'm bringing enough revenue to do what I love with people I love on a regular basis. So
I got you. Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Sammy? What you doing it for?
If I was doing it for the money, I would have quit a long time ago. I do it because I love it. And the goal is to hopefully one day make it a brand, make it something that the kids want to read, and and it becomes a household name. But right now, it's just it's like a rite of passage. It's just a passion for me. I love creating. I love the process. I love the freedom that it gives you. It lets you escape the real world for a minute. So I do it because and I just love the process of networking. What it does, I think, art allows you to create and connect with people on a different level, where people are genuine. And I think outside of that, people have on the persona, right? They try to be what society wants you to be, but it's something in the art world. It allows people to just be themselves and play.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What about you? What are you doing it for?
Honestly, at this point, I'm doing it because I love doing it. However, I can't deny the fact that in the back of my brain, there's a little burning feeling that says, what if one day this thing makes you $1 million or whatever? That's there. And if it doesn't happen that way, would I still continue to do it? Yes, I would. I've already accepted that I'm at that age, in life where if things don't pop off in that direction, I'm not going to change who I am, because at this point, it is who I am. I am an artist. Yeah. My need to express myself, this is my form to express myself, and there's no way I could change that. If I did, I'd be changing who I am at the very core. Anybody that knows me and knows me well enough knows that about me. And I'd probably be like a very miserable guy if I would just be like not doing it. You know what I mean? There's just no way I could do that to myself or to anybody I love, or anybody around me, because I'm like really shitty when I'm down. I'll just say that. I'm contagious. So and it works both ways. I'm contagious when I'm happy too. So.
Right.
But definitely. And honestly, I'm just gonna put this out there. I do believe that there are people that do it for the love. They exist. Sure they do. However, I don't think that I've ever met. I believe everyone that I've come across either at some point wanted to do it for the money, maybe they gave up on that dream, or they do want to do it for the money, they're still in that stage, or it's crossed their mind at some point. That's just my personal belief, because personally, I don't think I've ever met or know anyone currently who hasn't had that fleeting thought come through their brain. If I have, please step forward. You can comment on the chat or whatever, or if you see me at a convention, strike up a conversation with me and prove me wrong or convince me or whatever. But that's just my personal belief. So
I just want to acknowledge Jay Salazar in the house, Enemy Entertainment in the house. What's up? Gilly in the house. What's up,
Jason
everybody?
actually has a brother who's an artist, so Jason, you might chime in on that one. His brother's also an artist, and he's also studying to be a teacher, I believe. So yeah, he might have an opinion on that too. So please share if you do.
Definitely. Yeah, no, Jay Salazar says dollar bills, y'all.
Enough said.
Crystal thinks you do, and he does it for the money. That's what Crystal
no
says.
doubt. I never denied that. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth.
No doubt. What's up to John Coates from Enemy Entertainment? What up?
Yeah.
Annie, you do it for the money with the amount of times you pimp your stuff. Crystal, if this keeps up, we're gonna get squeezed out. So Michael, the chat room is filling up. Michael mentioned that, and thank
That's
you everybody
awesome.
who's come on and is chatting away. Big shout out to Gilbert Rodriguez. What's good, brother? Thank you for stopping
Hopefully
in.
Mark Torres checks in. I just
Hopefully
sent him a private
Mark-
invite. I love
where's
Mark. He's
Marky and the
commenting.
Funky Bunch?
Mark
Come on
and
out, Marky, come on out.
Sebastian.
Yeah, what happened to the
Lord,
nerds?
Tone from across the
Seabass.
hall.
Yo.
Nerds from the round. Big shout out to Nerds from the round. We were on their show last night. We had a lot of fun talking about Loki. So big shout out to
Not
them.
bad on that, guys. Sorry I missed out on that.
It's all
one.
good,
Yeah,
so good. So
had the
subscribe to
anniversary
their
of the Boo
channel.
thing to do. So yeah, heard
yeah.
y'all had a good time though.
That
Says
was good.
Krista
Maybe
Joy
next week.
and Michael versus George and Sammy. Imagine that show.
Oh man, yeah, no. So it's an interesting conversation, man. I think,
How do you feel, Georgie? Share your thoughts.
I think that we all want to make a living out of this, right? I think somebody I don't know who it was said, if you never want to work a day in your life, do what you love, right? And then it'll never be work, right? You'll never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
Something you love.
And so, like everybody here says, man, I love doing this, dude. We wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be traveling all this way. For no pay. It's not like we're getting paid. YouTube isn't, sending us checks and stuff like that. We're not doing it.
Checks yet.
There is no money yet. We hope there will be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I think I think everybody starts off when you come from humble beginnings. I'm gonna say it like that. I think you do it to get paid to do what you love, right? And I think we all come from similar backgrounds where like this is like you know what? If I can make money doing this, I'll be a happy man. And that's where I think that's where we are right now. We're a lot older. I think if we knew then what we know now, we might be more successful. I know I would be because I was a knucklehead. So I know I know I would totally be. I would have taken this a lot more seriously and done this, But they say what life is wasted on the young. Like we just don't know.
Right.
But I think that if you say you do it for the money, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think that it makes you any less of a creator because you're doing it for the money. I think that it's just real. It's just real. Yeah. I think if you have money, then you can easily say, "Nah, man, I do it for the love," because you already have the money.
Right.
But if you have no money, bro, I'm trying to get some money doing what I love to do. I would love for this to be on Disney or whatever on like a network, a cartoon, and have licensing deals.
Absolutely, that's the dream right there.
That's
That's
the
the
dream,
little
right?
burning thought at the back of my brain.
That's that
One
guy.
day maybe that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? Because love don't pay the bills. You can love it all you want, but love don't pay the bills.
Yeah.
You got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of chatter going on.
Yeah. No. Good stuff.
So let's see. What do we got? We got. Okay, I saw that one already. So my brother from Jay says my brother had a hard time valuing his art because he
Is his biggest critic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
He sells something for 50 and then sees someone selling stuff for 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Daphne
That's
says, I'm
rough.
doing what I love, but boy, does it feel like work now. Because Daphne's trying to rule the world, that's why. Krista says, we need to make this happen, Michael. Oh, she's crazy. And let's see. Michael went there, Krista.
These two are really like Pinky in the brain over
I
here.
know, right?
What are you gonna do today, Pinky?
One day. They got a little side thing going on there.
Yeah, they plotting, son.
So let's see. Daphne says every artist has their art muse to die. I read art muse and art nemesis.
Yeah.
And so enemy says money is one thing, but if you were to die tomorrow, would you regret anything? There you go.
Johnny's deep. John is deep, baby.
Mr. Coates, stop acting up. And so Michael said, you never know if your art story stuff will go viral and you break out. That's right.
That's right, man.
And that's
Mike,
the dream.
That's the dream.
All valid points. Everything, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think, everything in this room was money out. There is no money in right now. So everything in this room, every camera, every angle, all of this is money out. You know what I mean? And if I didn't love what I was doing, I wouldn't have done it. You know, and I think, and you know, the goal is to one day, and I know I speak for everybody in this room. I appreciate every single one of you in the chat because that gives us the fuel. You're the charcoal in the fireplace that's allowing us to keep this train going. And that's the motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's the exciting part of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. What is Michael? No, Daphne.
That's a good point. I only regret not finishing. That is
Yeah,
that is true.
that's a great point because the fulfillment, the feeling that I had when Forbidden was completely done, that was like, whoa.
But wasn't that eating you up?
Yeah,
Right?
Killing
the whole
me.
time.
Killing
the whole
me.
time you were out. That's all you were thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't finish.
yeah,
I didn't finish.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I didn't finish.
yeah.
It's incredible, man.
And it's also an aspect of not even just the creative part, definitely, but it's also an aspect of the camaraderie you share in creating with other creators,
Absolutely.
especially ones that you consider film.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, I know when I've been in hard times, and there's a few of them. But
I can attest to that.
yes,
Studying this
Funny.
weekend.
Johnny's throwing.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff. Go ahead.
Going deep.
but I know at times when I'm in those spots, I'd be like, oh, remember when we was walking up that hill with all that stuff on our head? Or remember when I said give everybody free water when you didn't have to pay for the water? Or this story. And that's the stuff that really
just
pulled
hit
me
me. I know
out
what he's talking about.
and have me say, yeah, let's create. Or if I'm down, George will be like, so we gonna work on this book, right? We gonna work on Street Journal. Oh, all right, that gives me hope. That's something, that's gonna make it work. So I think that's the stuff you can't even quantify with money.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference.
It's about being in the trenches with people, man. Like
Yeah.
that's what brings us together. I think we have the bond that we have because we were in the trenches together. You know what I mean? Like we were behind that table trying to pimp our stuff to people, constantly getting told, "I'll be right back. I'll be right back." Is this online? You guys sell this on? I don't have any cash on me. You guys take credit card?
Can I get?
Can I get? Is this?
No, it's $5.
You know what I mean? Like we've been through all of it, so that brings and you're right. It's that camaraderie. That's what brings us back to doing this over and over again. It's those trips, right?
Absolutely.
Like this weekend, go
Man,
into
these guys
that
are going on a
convention.
nice little road trip.
Go into
huh?
that convention.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing right there.
Bastards.
Yo, dude,
I know. I'm away, but
yo, that poster that you drew of the two of you, I'm like, yo, man, I wish my picture was in that poster right there because
I have to Photoshop
I'd love
myself
to,
into
right?
that. I can Photoshop now,
I'd love
dog.
to go there.
I can
I'd
do
love
that
to
now.
go there. Yeah,
I had
man.
to do Johnny justice.
Yeah.
Yes, you hooked me up in the picture.
But all you guys definitely are bringing good points, and Sam touched on it best too. Like when he said, "It's the only kind of people that you can kind of meet that are like you, that you feel real around, that you don't have to put any pretenses or act a certain way or pretend you got this and that, and you could just be real with these people because that's just the comic book people, the audience, the creatives." Those are the kind of people that they are. They're genuine people. All the ones I've ever come across. And it almost feels like you're kindred spirits. Like you've known these people since you were like children because you used to watch the same stuff they watched, played the same game.
Right.
You could talk about the stuff as if
Crazy.
you were there with each other. Well, remember
right.
the time in that episode? Like when that happens, like I know I got a friend for life. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
there's very little that can ruin that bond for me. So, and that's for life. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
That's
man, absolutely. Krista's throwing jabs at me again. You know what eats me up, Sammy? George ghosting me like a Tinder date when he was supposed to draw my comic 15 years ago. That never happened. Gilbert makes a good point here, and you know what, Gil? I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You gotta keep writing. He says I've started scripts and stopped so many times. Someone recently purchased one of my comics on Indie Planet, and that kind of got me a little motivated to write again.
Congrats, man.
Yo, for real, congratulations, yo. Sam needs to draw a new poster with George being left behind. It's so long.
Who said that?
Michael,
Mike?
of course. Michael, of course. We go from a sentiment like Gilbert to freaking
Leave him behind. Leave
Joker over here. Jesus Christ.
Yo, Mike, George should be holding that spinning rack, right? In the background.
Like, can I go? No? Nah, we got something better, son. Nah, but going back to Gil's
man,
point,
that's
man,
hilarious.
isn't that crazy how that one fan that gives you that shot, that buys your book, can make you want to keep doing this again? You know what I mean?
Dude, when we were doing it back in the days, it was all we had a lot of fans.
Yeah, we had.
We had a lot of fans.
These guys had groupies, man.
We had
Just fans. I can look up pictures online and show you guys groupies.
Hold
Literally,
up,
rock
wait a
stars.
minute.
I'm gonna just
Mute
put
his
that
mic.
out there.
Mute his mic.
I'm putting
Mute
that
his
out
mic
there.
right now.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta say. Groupies, okay? Not groupies.
What's the guy from the Apollo with the cane? Get him out of here.
Anyway, go ahead. What was you saying, Joe?
I don't know. I think Sam
broke his chain of thought.
Sam was talking. Sam was
What's it say?
talking.
What's it say?
The groupies.
No,
fans.
fans,
A lot of fans.
If you go, I have probably over.
You crazy?
I have about.
Oh, you're crazy.
I have over 1,500 photos of just fans who purchased the books, and that was the fuel. When I think the hard part when I was away was a lot of them reaching out. Are you coming back? When are you coming back? When's the next book? When's this? And and I was lying to myself. I said, yeah, I'll be up next year. And I was lying to myself because I know I wasn't. And I think that for me, then coming back. And I just did that little small Kids Comic Con, and then connecting with a woman who was at the first Kids Comic Con I ever did and bought my books and reconnected.
Oh, wow.
That felt like, and she remembered, and that was the good part, And for me, that's why I do it, And if someone reads it and likes it, that's even better.
But and going back to like the old school people who followed us and supported us, Gilbert Rodriguez was one of those guys. Yeah. He bought the original Russ, and I remember seeing him years later at New York Comic Con. He came by, and he was like, "Yo, dude, I got your book," and I was like, "Holy!" And he picked up the new one, so he's got both versions of the book. And that's so I know exactly what Gilbert was talking about when that person bought that book, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, "Wow, man, I got to keep doing this because I love that."
I think for me, one of the reasons that I continue to do, obviously love of money and all that stuff, but lately I've been hearing it a lot. So I guess because of social media, I've been hearing like people that I know with like children or youngsters. Hey, my kid is drawing because he bought your book or whatever. And he likes drawing because of you now, and he's doing this because he met you and he was inspired. I'm like, that touches me. You know what I'm saying? That recently, it happened recently on one of the chats, and both my daughters draw now because of you. I'm like, wow, that's dope. That's
it was like the Brisky family.
That's phenomenal.
When they came to Big Apple, and then they contacted me through email, and they said, can we get 50 books because we're having a birthday party and we're giving it out to all the kids.
That's so cool.
I was like, those are the things. When we did the why, when we went and did those, the teaching at the Y and talking, those are the reasons why I do it. It's like those experiences you can't take away. When I go back and when I look through, because I got it, me, I'm an archive. I save everything. I look through all those photos. I'm like, damn, and then now it's just the game has changed, and I think it just feels awkward because of COVID. Now that we're able to go out, now getting past the awkwardness of being at the cons, because I forgot how awkward it was until I did PowCon. I was like, oh, this is a little weird, but it was still fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And Mike and Crystal are at it again. Sam needs to be George. Okay, you go Spinners and In the Rain. The chances of George going to Zolo are the same as the Jets winning the Super Bowl. Never. Adiba should be shots.
I feel you, Mike. I feel you, bro.
See that? Adiba should be flying in first class above sipping a martini. Speech bubble. I'm on my way to San Diego Comic Con. Screw Zolo Con.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that my peeps draw because of George, but Maury said, the lie detector said that would be a lie. That would be a lie. Nah, it's true though, man. When you talk about when you get that reaction from
awesome,
kids, dude.
No amount of money can make you feel that good, in my
crazy.
opinion.
Absolutely.
I recently read the message and I was like, wow, that's
bro,
just incredible.
I love when people come up to the table and when you're at a convention, you almost have like that persona of like you've made it, right? So like when a family comes over and they come up to you and they say, hey, my kid wants to get into comics. How do they do it?
Yeah.
And it's like now you feel like you have the responsibility to tell them this is what you got to do.
Right.
I said, you know what? Stanley's over there. He can answer that question.
Yo, for real. John says, I've always liked Forbidden since back in the day, and I like what I'm seeing with the new stuff. As always, I got your back. I would like to do a variant cover for any future
There it
issues.
is, there it is.
Pro
Offers
bono.
on the table. Oh yeah.
There you
buddy.
go. There you go. Big shout out to
Johnny.
John.
Johnny.
I'm gonna announce it right now. John Coates and I are working on something. He made announcements on his social media, but I was waiting for the live show to say it.
All right. All right.
So John did a really cool piece for me of Wonder Duck.
Oh, nice.
It's him. He's got a character called the Bionic Caveman, and he said
He said he shared it on his.
he shared it on
okay.
his right. I was like, yo, dude, that looks dope. And I was telling him, I was like, we should work on something. And John, as soon as you tell John that, he don't
off to the
play.
races, huh?
He does not play, and I appreciate that because he's got me motivated. And I'm writing an 8-page story with Wonder Duck and the Bionic Caveman.
Nice.
And we'll talk. We're gonna me and him. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that. But I'm putting it out there.
Anthology material,
It is
perhaps?
anthology
Oh.
material. It is anthology material. So it's a crossover event.
Yeah, buddy.
Bionic Caveman.
My ears are open.
Bionic
Oh,
Caveman and the Wonder Duck will be in a comic together.
Speaking of Mr. Coates,
And Mr. Coates' artwork
nice.
coming up.
It's fantastic.
Look at that.
Look at this piece.
Wow.
There you go. Not
Crazy man.
the crazy
Oh, he's
man.
doing the homage McFarlane Spider-Man.
And
cover.
I
That's
also have
awesome.
his.
Yeah, Vengeance.
Yes.
We met that. Speaking of going back in time, we met John Coates at one of the Big Apples, I believe. Correct.
Yes.
Correct us if
Yes,
we're wrong,
yes.
John.
I still have those photos.
Yeah. He's got photos too. He's been
And remember the original
Oh,
Rush 5377?
throwback.
My favorite.
Damn.
This is the new one.
Oh.
But this is my favorite.
Oh.
This is
I will
the
say,
garish,
that
that
had a lot
garish.
of good stuff in there, man. Besides the garishness,
How dare you.
which we didn't even know what it meant back in
No,
the
word,
back
that's
in the
what
day.
that-
There was a lot of good stuff in there. When I saw the inside of those pages, man, you had a lot of good stuff going on in there, George. I gotta say, man. I'm not
Yeah.
just saying that, man. Seriously.
No,
Seriously,
thank you,
good
man.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
It's hard. It's hard to see that, man. Like when you're like to see your stuff, and I accept that it's good. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Yo, it didn't matter what I said to this man. I was like, yo, you gotta keep it going. And he just.
I hate to keep harping on that. I say that to him now. Like, if you hadn't stopped, George,
I-
it's been like 10 years.
I'm
Yo,
just
in
gonna
those
show
10
you-
the development in that 10-year gap that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what?
The coulda, shoulda.
You know what happened?
I still get that page.
Sharpie. To the camera again.
Yo, I
Let
blessed
see
that
The
page.
Sharpie.
Nah. Inside joke. Inside joke. Watch a previous show. You'll know what we're talking about.
Hilarious.
But yeah, no. I think that, and talking to John, because John and I talk about writing all the time. John he reads a lot. He reads a lot. So in talking to John, we discussed the story back in the day, Russ. I had run into a wall. Like I just wrote myself into a corner, and now I didn't know where to go with the story, which is why I decided to start all over again. And one of the conversations that John and I had was, you made a good point in that video, was that you said, I don't know why he brought it all into the home. He should have kept them out so that there's a reason for them to scan him when he comes in. And that was part of where I hit that corner, because I did write him outside. But then I was like, okay, now how do I? If he can actually go out, why not just leave, bro? Like escape, bro. Escape. And that's a whole different story, right? So that's why. And I'll tell you guys this: I think that part of writing is problem solving, but it's also planning. And this is why I always write notes. I always write myself like a guide.
So in a sense, since you took away from the artwork from when you were an artist, you put all that energy and passion into the writing. And it actually improved the story.
I thought so.
At least you feel
so.
that.
Yeah,
So
I
I mean
thought
that's reasonable. I think that's a fair exchange for the improvement of the overall story. You sort of took a backseat on the artwork, which
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how do you feel about writing, Johnny? Talk to us a little bit about your writing. Like, what's your process?
Well, it's funny. I got to be more disciplined about writing, I'll be honest, because I fight an outline. And George is always on me about this, and he's very right. He's like, you cannot skip the process. You can't cheat the process. You got to have an outline. You have to have everything written out. One of the things I give credit to with Sam also is he could pull out like a Bible of information. You know, the worlds, the characters, he got it inside and out. That takes a lot of discipline to do that. I like to jump right into a script.
When Sam handed him the Bible.
Yeah.
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 I gotta point out though, John amazes me when he writes, because for me to sit down and write even one paragraph, I need to doodle, I need to stretch, I need to do. I've seen the guy go in, and yo, I'll turn around and I'll hear.
He's like a rapper.
Smoke coming
He's
up.
like a
And
rapper.
He's like, yo, I got this whole
Freestyling.
idea for a story, and I'm like, word, damn, I hadn't even thought of a title yet for mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So that to me, that's an ability that you're.
Yeah.
It's born with, in a sense. Maybe you need to discipline and harness it and shift it into a more manageable thing. But the way it just pours out of you, that's not something that comes to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. That's a gift.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
you,
And what I wanted to ask, actually, since we're on it, do you have a process that's different? And I've been meaning to ask this just for my own knowledge. A process that's different regarding a story type that you're writing. Like if you're writing a horror story, do you or do you always just go in and write it out like that? Is each story the same process for you, or how? You know what I mean? Like as a writer, I need to hear these things.
No, definitely answer that, and I think all of us should go around because that's a good question. I tend to do the same process. Okay. What I will
so
do
is you go in kind of the way I've seen you do and just write it all out like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually what I do, and again, I'm not recommending this is the best way to do it, but I'll have to have what I call a trigger line. So I'll know my ending, and then let's say I say something like, when he looked up at the sky, it was a blood red, and what came down was dark, bloody rain. Just something like that that's from my head. And I'll say, no, that doesn't.
So that'll trigger you to know what? To know like the ending, or to know
what it usually would trigger if I find the right, I'll fish through
the right phrase or whatever. Okay.
It'll trigger the
scene?
Style and tone of what I want to write.
Fair.
And when I have the tone, at least I know kind of what direction I want to move it. Yeah.
See, these little things I need to hear as I'm developing. We talk about this all the time. As I'm developing my story.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's certain scenes where I see it a certain way, but then as I'm drawing it or as I'm writing the dialogue, it ends up being something completely different than what I envisioned. Like the tone where you just said, I might see it as an action or a comedy sequence, but then it could turn into like this whole tender moment. And I got to figure out a way to include all of that because it's all cool stuff. And within the sequence, find a way to transition these characters from happy to sad to angry. Because that's what it's all about, right? You want to take these characters through emotional, you know what I'm saying, roller coaster throughout your story. And
I'm sorry.
When that happens, like hearing how you do it might inspire me to use it on instead of coming across it by accident, which is the way it normally happens to me. Maybe I can use something like that. Is my whole point for asking.
No, but it's interesting, and like everybody's feedback on this around, I actually like what I call the Bob Ross situation, happy action.
It does work for me. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Because when we write Street Journals, the greatest example, me and George write Street Journals.
I agree.
We will go back and forth, and we'll be like, no.
Sometimes those moments are so beautiful. That's creative. Yeah, creative in that moment, right? I get what you're saying.
We'll play out. Sometimes we even act out the scene.
Yeah, I've been around it. I've seen you guys do it.
Out of the scene, and we'll be like, that's the line.
See, but at the same time, with the way Sam works it, when he did when he wrote down I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing to have that much dedication and focus and drive to completely, like, I've yet to do that with anything. Like I've
started, the whole thing out?
Yeah, where I have I've got the ideas all in my head, but I'll have portions. He had character bios, character designs, character story, the entire story broken out. I might have character bios for one story, character designs for another. Character synopsis for one story. Like I've never done like an entire thing where it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I can't do it, but I don't know like at this point, like, what would get me to do that? Yeah. Even the way that I'm working now, I'm kind of working organically. Like it's coming up as I go, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to format it and have like something to follow. I do have my blueprint and all, but as I'm creating, even at work where I'm doing it, I'll think up a scene and then I'll think of an emotion to go with it, and then it'll go to a completely different thing. So it's like all organic, which works for me too. But I want to try it that way at some point.
But what I would like
Johnny, before you go on, let me just acknowledge some of the guys.
Go for it. We're going
chat,
deep here. I can
chat.
just talk about this.
No, I like it.
Shop,
I like
guys.
it.
I love talking
I like
shop.
it. The only Crystal says the only question I would have for y'all
at a con is there a hope for a spinner and lottery machine crossover one day? Crystal, one day their table at a con will just have spinners, lottery, air machines, and raffle baskets. You have enlightened me. John, Thank you guys, myself, all you guys in that room are the Todd McFarlane, Mark Silvestri, Eric Larson, Jim Lees of the indie world, period. No one can take that from us. The original OGs are back. And there ain't anything anyone can do about it. Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I just remember I had to show you guys. The little surprise.
Okay. Wait a minute. All right, while you grab it, let me just say what.
Are you stripping?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. What?
Some comments. Yeah.
Here's your twerking.
Original.
Number 2.
This is when Sam had the original fork with the original recipe that worked. He went through like I don't know how many heads until he got the 4 people in this room right here, and that's when it worked. But check this out, it still fits. I gained some weight, it still fits.
Let me ask you a question. 25, was that how old we were when we were doing
No,
it?
that's a good question. Why
That's an interesting number.
Did I pick that?
He's probably the 25th artist.
I'm number 25. I'm number 25.
That's crazy, seriously. And I also got the.
I don't think they can hear you.
Oh, my God.
They can't.
I think so. Yo, I swear there's a tear in his eye. There's a tear in his eye. I swear to God. I get so emotional, baby.
Awesome.
Look at that. Look.
What? Ironed on, baby. Labor of love.
Yes.
Talk about love. Doing it for the love, right?
This is my breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? I broke into the industry. This is.
It does still fit, bro. Good stuff. Either that or it was mad big back in the day.
it
was that 90s look. It was that 90s
I
baggy
still
look.
have mine in my closet.
Yo, what?
So yeah, I thought I would pop that out.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. That was my little surprise.
That's when we look like a baseball team.
Yeah.
He was trying to brand this.
Well,
But
yeah.
it was actually a smart move, though. It was a
No, it
smart
was.
move.
You know what it
It
is?
was.
Nobody was doing that.
Right.
Though.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
But
That was something
it's hard to
different.
get people to do because we tried it with our T-shirts and nobody wanted to rock the shirt. I was like, guys, that's all we're. I tried to pull. I said so we can see each other at the con easier. You know, we all wear the same shirt. I can find y'all, but nobody listens.
The iron shirt. We wore the iron shirts though.
Only like not
Us,
us,
yeah.
but the rest did it. But yeah, that. Yeah, it's funny stuff.
Oh, man.
I had to break it out.
Yo, so Michael Sammartino,
what's up?
going back to writing, he says, I personally use my notepad in my phone. When a story hits me, I write down just the pure flood of ideas, and then I go back and edit it and try to figure out what works. I pulled over just to write in a notepad. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
And then
I do that too.
Gilbert says, I remember back a bunch of people at the booth wearing those hats. Y'all had a whole crew. George is still trying to find a spinner. All right. Yo, dude, that's amazing, bro. That's crazy. right
Yeah,
there.
I remember we lost.
You
We
should bring
lost.
these back, man.
We lost a member because he said we were
Yeah,
branding,
I heard
and
about that. Yeah.
but I had a vision.
Yeah, the
Hey,
Bring
vision.
these back, man.
We
You should
stood
rock
out.
These. You should
Yeah,
definitely do these.
we
man.
we stood out at the cons.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a baseball
team,
team.
man. A team.
Yeah.
Looking like warriors out
Oh,
there. Warriors.
Come out and play.
No, good stuff, man. No, but going back to you, Johnny. Yeah, no, I think that going back to the writing topic, what you were talking about, Anibal, you said something about the emotion, like going through that emotion. I think that what Sam does is good because when you know your character,
Yeah.
it's easier to know at what moment he will cry,
How
at what
he's-
moment
how he's
how
gonna react
he
in a
will react to
certain
that moment.
situation. Yeah.
Is done when you create that
right,
character and you give him that background.
Right.
That's when you know how
absolutely.
that character is
You
going
don't
to
have
react.
to think
Otherwise,
about hard because it's
yeah,
already written
otherwise
down.
it's not going to
Yeah.
work because it's
That's why I
like
want-
he wouldn't
yeah,
cry
yeah,
at this moment, but he should, but he won't because that's not who he is.
The
We do that.
organization.
Yeah, we do that with the
That's
Fuzz and the and the Tyreek
Yeah.
character from the
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Fuzz wouldn't say that. Tyreek
Right,
wouldn't
right,
do that.
right.
You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. And I don't know. And I think when you create a Bible like the way that Sam does, I would assume that you've added that into your characters. You've incorporated those
profiles.
profiles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How they are, how they're going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they mean to the family members,
Right.
what the relationships are like.
So when you did that, you were doing it with the thought of you were gonna draw it, so you were gonna use it as reference for yourself later, or were you doing it with the thought that somebody else would draw it and they would need that information to draw the story?
So when I first plotted it out, I was gonna draw it.
Okay.
And then I was like, then there was a point where I was like, I'm not the right artist for this. I'm gonna write it out so that way whoever takes on the
I
project
got it. So you had
can
in mind
easily adapt.
to let that person, whoever they might be,
Yeah.
artist, number 24 or whoever it was,
Right.
you know, saying, throw the story to get them familiar with the project. They have all
Yes.
this background information.
So that they
already.
can see everything
Okay,
that I
good.
see, and it was
brilliant,
easy.
But I gotta give it to you. That's awesome. That's really good. Good way to work.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was because I was a student of the game, and like I bought
Yes, I am.
creating
Yeah, I am
comics
too.
the Marvel way and all
Yeah,
that stuff, and I was like, well, that's how you got to do it. So that's how
Right,
I trained my mind to do it. It didn't seem like work at first. It was weird because you're working out. It's like this is
That
different
back
for
when we
me.
were saying it's fun, so it's not gonna seem like work.
Right.
You're enjoying it, so it's
Right.
not ever gonna be work to you.
Right. I think you just got to get into a rhythm. Once you get into a
Exactly.
rhythm, once I get into I have to have the characters first. Once I have the characters and their purpose,
Right.
the story flows.
Right.
If I'm writing a story and trying to figure out the characters later, it
Right.
gets complicated. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That makes sense.
I agree. Crystal says, but when it comes to writing, I actually use a song and can write an entire series from one song. That's interesting. So it's funny because you're right,
Who said that?
Crystal. So I forget who said something about a song inspired a whole story. I don't remember who it is. Michael said, "Come out
still
to
the
play.
Warriors,
Can you do it?" Good movie, bro. Good movie, bro.
I'm tired of running from these whips.
Get the Warriors. Yo, Michael hasn't requested any songs today. I don't know.
No. But there is an announcement coming soon.
Oh, yes.
So
That announcement.
it's a huge announcement coming soon.
You're surprised. He's got a surprise as
Okay,
well.
Bitty Bitty Bam Bam.
No. This is world changing. This is big.
Big, huge. So you decide when you're gonna
Yes.
gonna.
I'm waiting to
drop
see if
the
Mark
bomb.
shows up.
Oh, Mark. Okay.
Mark in the fucking
Well,
merch.
big shout out just on Instagram. Big shout out to JM DeSantis who's actually watching the show. He posted
cool.
something up and big shout. He gave us a big shout out.
Nino! What the hell?
Nino Massarina. Yo, singer. That man can sing.
Oh,
bro.
Elvis Presley in the
Elvis.
house.
Yeah, he did.
Yo,
Right. He
not yet,
rocks the
Nino.
guitar.
You haven't missed it. You're just
Nino,
in
this
time.
is for you. Wise man. You weren't supposed to laugh. You took me off my game.
I'm sorry. It just came out of nowhere. I heard it in here. You can hear it?
No, he doesn't even have
Yo, Nino. Big shot. Nino is another dude from back in the day.
The unbelievable laundry detergent
That's
man.
right. Big shout out to Nino Massarina. Nah, probably not. You're here. You're
If
just
you
a
want to
mic.
hear all the stuff.
Oh yeah, the other stuff.
Oh, the baby one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nino's been he's been doing this for.
He was the
as
one, I
long
think,
as-
who introduced us to Mask Masters.
Yes, who
Yes.
created that guy right up there.
Yes, his name on my toilet.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I've never met Nino, but he seems like a cool dude. I only know him through social media.
did
Our
we-
exchanges.
I think we
You
met
guys
Nino
actually
once.
met him.
We
You
met
guys
him
I've
at
never met him
the
personally.
New York
Chicago.
Spectacular.
Oh, in New York, not even in
Yes.
Chicago.
No, it's
That's
the New
right.
York Spectacular. It was a small little dinky show. And he was there with his costume.
Oh, yeah.
The,
Yeah,
The
he used to
laundry,
dress up.
laundry detergent here.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yep. Yeah, so big shout out to Nino, man. He came out of nowhere. Good to see you, buddy.
I sent him an invite.
No,
good.
no,
Message.
you have
Send
not
him an
missed the
invite.
huge announcement, Nino. It's coming.
He's coming.
Glad you got my invite, Nino.
Do you know? He said, "Glad you got my invite."
I sent a whole bunch of him. I'm like, I'm waiting to see who's
There you
showing
go. Click,
up.
click, click. 24-hour Cinderella.
I don't know that.
I don't know the song.
She comes up with some crazy
Come
stuff.
on, come on, Crystal. Just a simple
Is that
song.
the Thunder?
No, I don't. I got no voice.
Was that Thunder?
Was it?
Damn.
That's the rumba.
That was my stomach. So Nino said it's
I am
coming.
hungry.
What's that in reference to? He said it's coming. What's it in reference
An
to?
announcement. I think, right?
I think so, maybe.
I think
Not
it was
sure.
an announcement.
Yeah, the announcement was coming in a few. I'm waiting to see if Mark Torres shows up in the audience. But yeah, it's big.
It's
Big,
It's huge. It's huge.
huge. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Sing it, Sam.
Oh, Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic. Feel the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, thunder. I love
Mike.
Thundercats.
Mike loves fucking just throwing songs out there. Just say, sing it. Oh man, y'all too old to use
like-
white tea and look at it. What's white tea? Yeah, we are too old. I have no idea.
I
what-
know. Snarf, snarf. What?
It's white tea.
White
I don't know. I
tees.
know what white tea is.
What tees? What? I don't know.
Chris, you
Krista.
be throwing some
She's
some
hanging out with like
curveballs, son.
punk rockers or something. I was
You
like,
too old for that, Chris. But anyway, yeah.
But
So
yeah, man, good conversation, guys.
nah.
What the hell were we?
No, we're talking about writing.
Writing, yeah,
the whole writing
creativity
side.
stuff.
I can't wait for you to come out with your stuff. I know when you finish your
Oh
joint.
yeah, it's coming.
Do you have any? Are you working on anything else? Like new stuff? I know the Crazies were working on, but do you have anything?
no. The only thing I did a short story, prose.
Oh, yeah, you're writing prose, son.
for ARG. I'll be pushing that in about a month, and I sold a copy at the PowerCon. So it's my 68 pages short story, and I'm focusing on the Crazies and Forbidden right now, and the trade paperback for Disney in My Toilet in color will go on Indiegogo at the end of the year.
Nice.
And that nothing new. I'm not going. I gotta stay focused on what we're doing.
I know. I hear you.
Yes, I can.
Lots going on, man. Lots
Back in the days, I thought I was He-Man. I was doing everything. I was like
another one. You throw another one out
I was
there.
doing 3D models. I was crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
And now I just gotta focus.
You know, it's crazy because it's kind of hard to hold back.
YouTube. That's what I thought. Okay. Chris.
What's that? Oh,
That's
YouTube.
what I was thinking in my head. YouTube. Okay.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
Too old for
Thank
YouTube?
Chris.
I don't think so.
You're
I
too
love
old to
YouTube.
use YouTube. No,
I
she said look it up. She
I
said
thought you
look
were
it up on
saying.
YouTube.
I thought you were saying, Sam, you tall.
You too old.
You tall?
Tall.
No, she's saying look up the song 24 hour or
Oh,
what is it?
y'all too. Oh, she's at. Oh,
To
y'all
look it
too
up.
old
24
to
hour
use YouTube.
Cinderella. It doesn't
Oh,
even
okay.
sound like a song. It sounds like some sort of like night spot.
Yeah, 24 hours Cinderella.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
like going to that 24 hour Cinderella.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, but
that is.
yeah, no, it's hard. I try, like I said, I try to stay focused. But that bug, man, whenever you get an idea, you just want to
yeah.
write that stuff
Yeah,
down.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
write the ideas down.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
same here.
then I save it. But like for me, it's like if Forbidden does what it needs to do, then I will work on the second arc. But right now, it's just I'm watching things play out and working on like the Crazies is my focus right now because Forbidden's done. It's really just about promoting and paying the colorist, raising the money to pay her because she's doing a great job.
She's deep into it.
She's on issue 4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
already
she's
done the
covered
first.
a lot.
She's already done the first 3 books.
Yeah.
She's killing it, and so yeah, just to get that done, it's completely lettered. You know, Medina did his thing, and so.
Yeah. That book just keeps getting longer and longer.
True story. I'm like, she sent me book, book 3. It says 32. I said, there was 32 pages. Book 3.
Yes, and then book 4 has 48.
Yeah.
Book 5 has 55. It's like 55. I'm like, yo,
The books get bigger and bigger. And I'm getting tied up in this cable. I was like, yo, it's
These are
funny.
supposedly single issues.
Huh?
These are single issues at like 48 pages.
Well,
or-
I don't even have my calculator. So if you do the math, if you do the math,
I mean, are you releasing them as
No, I think
are
it's
they
just going
all
to be the
together?
graphic novel.
Okay.
I think they were broken down that way to.
It's
have
7
the artist.
issues. Basically,
7
and
issues,
I can
yeah.
release
Okay.
7 issues
I got
with
you.
it's 168 pages
Okay.
equals to 7 issues.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I was writing the scripts, I was just on fire, and so I was like, and then I lost count of the page. It's like, oh, this is gonna be an issue. You send it off,
Right.
start drawing, and yeah, it was exciting.
I don't believe in limiting when
I
the
was gonna
story's
say
flowing. Like,
something
why
like that.
would you,
Yeah, that's why
don't do
it's
that.
like
yeah, let it go.
it just
where
kept
goes.
growing
Yeah,
and growing.
yeah,
He's like, he
exactly.
goes, is this really 55 pages for this one issue? I was like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think I had lettered 25, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. Maybe I have, and I was thinking maybe it's 32.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I have 7 more pages to go. And he's like, I think that book is longer than like. I was like, wait, what? Like, longer?
Yeah.
And it ended up being 55. So
that's
I
like
was
a
still
compilation
learning.
of like at least 3 issues.
It's
in
like
one
3, yeah.
book.
It was
Yeah,
like 3,
yeah.
yeah,
If you count it
basically.
the way comics are
Yeah,
counted.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, and hats off to Primi Santra. He did a freaking crazy job on those pages.
Yeah,
Crazy job.
yeah, man.
So it
And,
was just,
you know what it is? His inking and his letter is all tight like that.
his
stuff
inking is
really tight.
off the chain. It's so it made it easy for the colorist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he digital or is he hands-on?
I think he did it all digital. I think
he
he.
inked
I
it
think.
digital?
I think.
Oh, and
I think he did inked it and colored and
penciled it.
pencil in digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I mean, I haven't touched the pencil, but like I see you guys doing that on the Cintiq or whatever, and it's like it looks amazing, dude. Like I was watching, and big shout out to Michael Gracia. I don't know if he's watching, but Michael Gracia has a Get in Tune. He's got a channel on YouTube. Yeah. Check that out. But he was doing something on Jack Kirby the other day, and he was drawing a character.
He was like,
on the Cintiq,
doing the style of Jack
Kirby. And we had a conversation about Jack Kirby.
I don't know if you guys are fans of that. The
Jack Kirby style.
Like anybody here? Are you like?
Did he do Sergeant Rock?
Yeah, that was Jack. Was that Jack Kirby or Joe Kubert? No, I can't remember.
No, I think that was Joe.
Yeah, I think it's Joe Kubert. Yeah,
Joe Kubert. Yeah,
I like Joe's. I like all the Kuberts, man. Adam. Yo.
I'll just say, I got respect for Jack Kirby and everything he did in the industry. I just wasn't always a huge fan of his like portrayal of faces, basically. So throw rotten apples and eggs at me now.
Nino's tight right
Kill
now.
me now, guys.
Nino
Shoot
is
me now.
upset right now.
I just gotta say that,
The opinions of Anibal Arroyo.
Spoiler alert: Anibal Arroyo doesn't like Jack Kirby's style. Sorry.
That's because Anibal went to the Kubert school, so that's why.
No, but I can see what you're saying. I mean, you showed me some of the stuff that we talked about it. It's like if you look, okay, if a fan who picks up comics today looks at Jack Kirby, doesn't know who the heck Jack Kirby is, just looks at that art style, and then looks at some of the stuff today. I'm not talking about the purists. I'm not talking about people our age who grew up on Jack. I'm talking about just a kid picks up 2 comic books. He's probably gonna say, "Wow, look at this crazy artwork," and he's probably be like, "Is this for kids?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not to knock him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a different
obviously
style.
He did a lot for the industry, and because of him, we're here now. And all, but,
Jack Kirby wasn't your fan either.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I told you.
I will say this. Okay, I respect his layout abilities, but his faces, bro. Come on, the guy drew people looking like apes. You know, like these foreheads and these like jaw. They look crazy. But I understand it was a different time. You had to meet the deadline, so you had to rush stuff out. So I get it. But again, like if you were to do that stuff now, with some of the stuff he put out, like it just wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't make the cut. Like,
well, now I think everything. It's like there's a style and look in every publishing house.
Right.
You know what a Marvel book is. Yeah. You know what a DC book is. You know what's an Image book.
And there's mainstream stuff.
Yes.
And then there's like.
So if you look at all of the Image content, the color palettes look the same.
Absolutely.
The style
there's
looks
like a
the
house
same.
Style.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So everyone has a look that you have to, assimilate to. You have to just be able to.
But getting back to Nino, look, that's no disrespect.
Oh, about time.
His style influenced many, and it did a lot for the industry. But that's just one man's opinion. I just don't happen to like the way he draws faces.
See what happened was.
Oh,
snap. I'm not gonna backtrack.
The nerds are in the house.
What up? Nerds on the round. What's happening? It's a party. Yeah, man, you missed a lot.
You haven't missed the announcement, but yes, you missed a lot. Recording something.
The crazy crew style. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah,
so I think that's an episode we can.
Yeah, we can go deep. We can go deep. I can
talk shop and talk that stuff all day long.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I think that obviously we're talking shop right now, and it's good. It's good to get the perspective of like a writer, artist, or an artist writer.
Right.
And then I mean, what do you consider yourself? More a writer, more an artist?
A creator.
Just
I create worlds.
I'm a storyteller, really. I kind of.
I am Zeus. I'm Zeus.
There's a god over here.
I create universes.
The god of mischief over here.
That's right.
We're in his house, so I'll respect
it.
That's all I gotta say.
We're in
his territory. I'm on enemy ground right now. Behind enemy lines. So I'll go with the flow.
Oh, man.
Don't make me get him in here.
Oh, Slimer.
Oh,
jeez. So what else we got going on? Are we ready? No, Mark's not in the house. Where is Mark?
Whatever happened to Marky the Fire?
You'll catch the replay, man. What's the announcement?
Yo, Nino's a fan of the voice, bro.
No, my precious.
Yo, so Seabass, if you look at Crystal's comment, that's what you've missed so far. Me forgetting stuff, Andy pimping stuff, Sammy being Sammy, and John not having technical difficulties, which made us think we were in the Twilight Zone.
What has killed the beef with the dog? Yeah, what is that?
Oh, in the book.
In the book.
Do we? I think it's gonna be. It's like a running joke, but it's not. He doesn't make an appearance in the book. Actually, just so you just popped in. So yeah, the books are in. They're gonna be going out. I'm gonna be handing some to the people that I know that supported it. So, but yeah, they're going out. We just gotta sign them tonight. So the books are in.
Yes, we're just waiting for one more thing, and that's it. But yeah, the holofoiled silver and gold showed up about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, holofoil. Nice. Yeah, they look nice though.
Yeah.
With the certificate of authenticity, it's on there. And if you look closely, they're numbered. So that's number 23 of 250 goes to Rich, and that was the person who pledged to it. So,
Look at that.
So it's official. It's official.
Yes.
Johnny's got number 1. He didn't even try to let me hold it.
John wasn't playing,
Nope.
man.
Johnny tried to let me hold it. He's like George, you ain't gotta sign it.
As soon as they
You don't,
launched, he was
you
like,
don't,
"Gimme,
you don't even have to sign it, George. Don't crease my stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because you know we reckless with those books.
oh, forget it. I'm a boy. I
Keep them
can't give
sharpies away
comments
from
up.
that, right?
I can't give comments up. I gotta tell a good story. This was a good.
Oh no, it's gonna be about one of us hurting
It
something.
is.
Oh.
It's gonna be a funny story about Annabelle.
Oh god.
I loaned Annabelle.
Oh.
Oh
It's
god.
funny though. His reaction is
This
great.
actually is kind of funny.
I loaned him
Oh, man.
Arkham Asylum. Right? It was Arkham
I
Asylum.
forgot, man.
And so I see my book sitting, and it looks like it went through like Hiroshima and like destroyed.
Anima's got a cup on top of it.
It's got like that.
It's got water
In my
stains.
defense, I had a spill in my book bag that day. That's what
Yeah,
I was gonna say. Something spilled.
So I'm like,
man.
Annabelle, I think that's my book. He's like, you left your book here?
He's like, this thing?
Hold on, let me dry off these pages for you, Doc. Hold on.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not the best with the comic book.
I don't mess with. But here's the thing with John.
Very delicate.
Here's the thing with John, though. You do realize that once you read that book, you've already creased the spine, right?
No.
Like the moment you open that
It's
book,
like when you drive
Not
a brand
at
new car,
It's a wrap.
the value depreciates
If
as soon as that happens.
if you
That's
want
why I
that
buy
thing to stay-
two. If I want one,
Exactly.
I know somebody who did.
yeah, it's
I
like
used to
Spawn,
do that too,
like Spawn Universe. I went
Buy
and
one,
bought
It's like
two.
that. Yeah, I do the same thing.
and you
yeah.
read one.
I did one on what's in the box.
Open it,
The other
and
one I
keep
put
it
in my
safe.
box.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh man,
I refuse
and
to
keep it
believe
away
that.
from me, right?
That's all I know.
So well, we got some static. So some of the stuff on the chat here. What do you got? You missed. Okay, so I gave you the rundown on that. Sebastian says, "Thank you, Crystal. No problem, friend. You hand delivering on Sunday. LOL. Nerds of the Round in the house. It's a double crossover event for Michael Sammartino. So Michael Sammartino was watching the show yesterday. So big shout out to him for checking us out yesterday. Also, Nerds of the Round. Those books look sweet. Thank you, sir. George will never hand deliver to me. Justice for Crystal. What's up at Michael Sammartino from the Nerds? Just promised George some food. Word. Jay Salazar says, I know Forbidden has been in the works for years. I'm assuming you guys have evolved as better artists and writers through the experience. Did you have to change things in Forbidden because of this?
Take it away, Sammy.
So, when I wrote Forbidden, I only wrote the first couple of chapters back when Anibal was working on it. I completed the chapters in 2018. And so when I went back to rewrite it because to get it done, yes.
So not rewrite it, you were finishing.
Not rewrite, well, it evolved. When I went to finish the project, it evolved and the world got bigger. But I knew I wasn't going to be the illustrator on it. So I was just the conductor. And so I just needed to find somebody after Anibal turned me down. I had to find somebody. Shots fired! Shots fired!
Busy guy.
The lights went out here?
No.
I'm a storyteller myself. I'm a creator myself. I'm my own god.
Yes.
I have my own universe.
I'm my own god.
So I had to find somebody that's able to complement, try to get as close to the look as possible, but also be able to take on the task of the world that I created because it was very complicated. And Anibal, what you saw in the first issue and the second issue, pales in comparison to the amount of things that you're going to see in the next issue because it's vast. it's huge, and there are hundreds of characters, and it's just epic. And so when I wrote it, I was careful trying to find the person who could actually accomplish that. Me as an artist, my style is what you see on the cover of the Crazies. That's the style of art that I prefer to draw. While I can do the other style, for me it's work. When I'm drawing the Crazies, there's Nail in My Toilet, Cosmic Wars, it's fun. When I'm trying to draw Forbidden, it's work. Because I have to take my time, because I also understand that there's a look that I need to be able to accomplish when I'm for that world. And I knew I wasn't the best man for the job to draw it. I knew that I had to put it in the right hands.
Yeah. No, that made a lot of sense, Jay. So yeah, we got that. Annie turned you down. I know how that feels.
What is that? Messages on Restream, one of your outlets.
Don't break my heart.
Oh, damn.
I can't wait to give you my money for this book. Guys, I kill it. Gracias, hermano. I know Anibal can lay down them pencils. Credit where credit is due. He has some serious skills. Yeah, Anibal was perfect for Forbidden. It took a minute for me to swallow that. I was like, that son of a biscuit eater. And so then I spent a couple of weeks on DeviantArt and just reaching out to a lot of different talent. And then I found this, and he was good. He was timely. He was flexible. So and that was the best part of it.
He goes, I know anybody can lay down the pencils. Credit where credit is due. He's had some serious skills, but he's no Jack Kirby.
What's funny is, Jack Kirby stopped being Jack Kirby after a while too. The skills diminished and it showed, bro. If you look at some of the stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. Seriously.
Nino wants to come on the show right now.
I wanted to ask Sam real quick, since we're talking about what prompted you to want to release Forbidden when you did, because I'm all about timing. Like, maybe if the timing had been like better for me, I may have jumped on. I may have said, yo, we could continue as we were. I won't even take money for it. I just want to continue on the path that we started. But what made that moment in time be for you the right time to do it, to pick back up Forbidden? Like, was there something pertinent?
It's
Sam,
dog.
I gotta get it out.
It's
I'm
Sam.
gonna die
What are you
in a
talking
year.
about?
The pandemic is here. I need to get this. What prompted?
Just before the
timing?
no,
it was before the
it was
correct.
it was
2018, right? 2019.
That's
2019. It was completely
so
done.
What was that?
It was. I think everyone knew me for There's Nail in My Toilet. Everyone knew that I loved creating all ages stuff. I wanted people to see the world that I created and a different side of.
Okay.
I didn't want to be a one-trick pony.
I got you. Okay.
And I knew that this story has a lot of heart.
Okay.
And then when George and I reconnected, he's like, "Yo, when are you gonna do Forbidden?" That was one of the first things out of his mouth. And so for me, I knew that, all right, at that time, I wasn't a brokepreneur, so I was like, I got extra funds. I can go and commission somebody. And I really wanted to see that world done. And I said, if I come back, I want to come back with this. Not everyone is going to expect me to come out with this in my toilet. I need to finish that project because I haven't finished it. But this project, I can finish it without having to worry about the day-to-day task of illustrating it. But I know my gut that Forbidden, if enough people read it, it'll create a buzz because it is a story worth. You're gonna enjoy it. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna enjoy it.
Check it out.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Where the story went.
Yeah.
It's not because I wrote it. It's because when I read it, I can't believe I wrote it. You know what I mean? It's like,
excited about it,
yes.
right? Like,
when I read it, I'm like,
experiencing it for the
yes,
first time.
yes.
Yeah,
And then when George was reading the script, he was like, yo, I didn't see that coming. Whoa. So he knows.
Yeah, there were things in there that I didn't, because obviously he hadn't finished the story. So when I read, because I'm lettering it and I'm reading, I'm like,
right. It's all being revealed to you through
this happened.
right.
That
So you're
happened.
able to still enjoy the story storytelling aspect of it, even though you're technically just putting, you know what I'm saying, you still are able to do that as you kind of go.
You know what it is?
It can't be to the full experience. So
No, I would have
might
to
have
sit
to go
down,
back and reread,
but-
right, to kind of get that experience.
But also, it's almost like it's weird, man. Like the comic book.
I like this interviewing stuff.
The comic book, yeah,
I like
right?
getting these
You
questions
should
out
do
of you
it,
guys,
dog.
seriously.
Yo,
YouTube in the process, maybe 10.
I think that part of the process of making comics, and I know that it's very similar to making movies, right?
I see the parallels.
But there
yeah.
are so many
There
differences.
are a lot of differences, but there are
so many differences.
Yeah.
Because you don't just have a writer, a director, and some actors. You
Right.
don't, right?
Right.
So like, you're the writer, right? But you're also, in a sense, directing the artist on what to draw on the page. But that artist now is also the cinematographer who's also doing some directing
Yeah.
of his own.
Yeah.
And now I'm giving the voice to the characters
Right.
as the letterer. So if they're screaming, that
Yeah.
word balloon has to be bigger. If they're whispering, there's certain things you do to whispering.
Yeah.
The placement of the. So as I'm reading the script,
Right.
I'm reading the script, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna say this. I gotta think about how I'm gonna
Right.
letter it when he says it, or where to put it, or what kind of balloon
yeah.
to do it in.
It's got to match
So-
the emotion and the expression.
Correct.
the way
So
you say
I
whatever you
did.
say.
So I did get to enjoy
Right.
as I'm reading it. Because
Yeah,
sometimes I would stop lettering, just
Right.
sit there
To
and
a
read the
certain
script.
degree. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I'm like, yo,
good.
let me just read this real quick.
Yeah,
The
let me
scene,
just peep, yeah.
because I'm trying to get into
So
the
would you skip
into the
ahead?
zone.
Would you skip ahead, like if you're on a page, working on a page, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay, let me go.
I would have read like, which is why like, yo, George, did you finish that lettering night? Not yet, dude. I'm still working on it. I'm still working because I'm reading the book.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
That's good.
there was that part of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why, I do
So you
get
got-
to
yeah,
it
yeah,
because
you-
it's a
you
sneak
can't
peek.
help it. Yeah,
It's a
there's no
sneak
way,
peek,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
It's a sneak peek.
Yeah,
It's almost like, I don't know if you guys heard this, like Jost from the guy that's married to Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
From Saturday Night Live.
comedian guy. Yeah.
He refused to rehearse lines with her because he didn't want spoilers for the movie, the Black Widow movie.
Oh, he's in it.
No. He's married to her. So she'd be like, "Honey, can you help me rehearse?" And he's like, because I don't want any spoilers. So he would. So, but I had all the spoilers. Like I was like, I'm reading all that. It was all the spoilers.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, no, it's a very, very good story, dude. Like honestly, I almost wish you would write it as a prose because you could expand on some of the stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's similar in doing a movie. You can't get it. I don't know. Maybe you maybe
But
you
that's
can.
the beauty, like you just touched on something. That's the beauty of being like an independent creator. You can make it whatever you want to make it.
Oh, as long as you want.
Ultimately, you
Sure.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
if he
why-
ever
that's-
wanted to do that, he could.
That's
totally
why I
do
went
that.
with ARG,
Yeah,
because when I
totally.
was writing it as a picture book, I was like, no, it's a little more mature of a
Right.
kid that needs to read it,
Right.
like a Harry Potter kid. I was like, I'm gonna write it as a prose, and I went that way with it,
Yeah.
and but hats off to all those writers out there. It's daunting, because I thought about doing Forbidden as a
That
prose.
is why I asked.
And I was
yeah.
like, for me to take
Prose
that
is
on,
hard.
there's got to be a bigger reason, So I want to see what the books do. If the books
Right.
take off, and it's like, you know what, and there's a big enough demand, then
gotcha.
I'll go and commit. But
Right.
that's
Wanna
like
test the waters out before diving.
that'll be
completely
6
in.
months
Yeah,
of me writing,
gotcha. Yeah, I
and
First
just that
draft.
one chapter.
One chapter.
just that one. It's like
Exactly.
it's like it's a long process, and but yeah, I can't wait for this July 6th to come.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on in the chat?
Crystal says, "I wish I could find an illustrator for my medium. I wish I was a fan. I wish it was fan friendly like y'all. You can find an artist for whatever you want to draw.
Yeah.
I mean, Fiverr is a good place to go. Fiverr, right?
Yes.
Fiverr. You can go there.
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt. You can, Chris. You can find those artists. Nerds of the round. Anibal, ask
I'm
a
just laughing here.
ask
You
a
get
question.
into
New
this.
segment right there. Anibal, ask a question. Nino says, Anibal, did you add anything extra to the pages that was not in Sam's script?
All the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. I actually did. And if you want to like look back at some of the other episodes we've done, like where we've talked about Forbidden, it was kind of a thing where we went in, which is like again one of the best collaborations that I had with anybody, was because Samuel is also an artist. We were able to sit down together, and I'd be like, "Yo, I see it this way." I would lay it out and be like, "Okay, go with that," and it would be something that wouldn't be in the original script the way exactly he wrote it. So it was kind of if I looked hard enough, I could probably point out and show you specific things that I put in that just weren't in the script originally. So yeah, I definitely did that.
Wasn't there a whole like
Right,
dream
yeah,
sequence or something that was
Yeah.
completely?
I
drawn
pissed
from-
Hannibal off because I pissed.
I'll let him finish, I'll let him
So he didn't give me the dream sequence that I wanted, and all he did was have Viejo smoking, and he left that big blank spot. So I filled in that blank spot with a dream sequence, and so he got mad, and then he's like, "No, I'm doing this dream sequence." He goes, "I didn't know you wanted it that way." So then he went back and he came back with the dream sequence that is fire.
It's one of the
I actually
posts.
have
Yes.
the page at home, and I'll show you what I brought later on. But in that dream sequence, I don't remember if you had asked for that in the script, but I definitely
did.
I left it open where it's the sequence where he's smoking a cigar and
Right.
the smoke was supposed to showcase something happening
Right.
in the past.
And he was supposed to draw it.
But the thing with that was when you rewrote it or you recorrected, it was something that just wouldn't fit in that context. So that's why you said you would, pop it in there with
Right.
Photoshop. But then when I saw it, I was like, you know what? Let me try this instead. So Nino, this is the question. I was like, let me go full out on a whole page because I think the sequence
because you
deserved that.
you moved him to the top, and then you
I
added the
completely
dream
took
sequence.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, I took a whole page and I made it almost like a montage
Yes.
sequence to incorporate the dream, which I thought was a beautiful sequence, and it needed more than just one. Little
Oh, it's
thought
beautiful.
bubble because I thought it was just an epic scene, so I expanded it to an entire page, and I don't know why that never saw print. That never made it to print.
Because I didn't have it. I didn't know you did it.
No, but you never.
But you have it.
Did you?
I
go-
had it now. I didn't realize
It was
that.
never
No,
scanned or-
no. When
I forgot
I
I
didn't
had
get
done
it
that.
when we printed out the books. I got it after we
Maybe.
printed the books.
Is that in a book?
That's what I'm saying. It never made it to
It's
print.
in this book now.
Yeah, the book never. But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. The book was never
originally-
printed though. Like I think you only printed issue 0 and 1. That's it.
It was no. It was in.
Man,
it was
it's hard
supposed to be.
remember
It,
that sequence was printed originally the way it was with the smoke. It's in one of the books where
Oh,
you
it
see
is?
Viejo
Oh, okay.
smoking.
yeah, with my dropping it.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
the
I guess
new
you never
version
got around
has
to-
it.
Okay, okay.
The
So
post that you
by the
see
time
me.
you corrected it, it just
yeah,
never made
the
it
post
to
that you
print.
see that I posted
yeah.
with it was colored by Barbara.
Yeah.
That's in
That's
the,
the one with the fire and
Yes.
the, yeah. That looks really good.
Yo, but the hair skills though.
The hair.
The hair
It's all about the
skills.
hair.
That's his signature.
Michael
About the hair.
Sammartino, talk about Aniba's hair skills.
I'm telling you.
There it is, right on cue. Right on
Yes.
cue.
Pelos by Arroyos.
Arroz con pollos.
Yo, you still put that much work in like today, like when you're drawing like the stuff that you're doing right now. Do you still find yourself going in?
I need to
like,
seriously
doing that
like curb that because I'm trying to finish this at a somewhat before I'm like 80 years old. So I kind of like as I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, let me erase that because I'm going into I'll suggest it more than actually put it all in. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
if I know it's something that I have a long deadline with, I might go in there and do it that way. But like I try not to,
I got
to
you.
keep doing
But
it.
that's with that's your
Yeah,
detail. and
overall, that's what I'm doing with this project. Yeah.
everything. I think you should just keep like if you're gonna do anything, is just keep the detail in the hair. Like make that your signature.
should be
Like
the thing, right?
that
If
is
anything
your
else
joint.
Stays.
That's
should
it. Everything else can go. Keep the hair.
See the beauty of digital coloring now. I can render all that with I can just do an outline of hair and then go in there digitally render it and make it as tight and shiny as I want to. So I could, that's always still on the table. That's not going away.
Yeah, hair. I need references. For me to do hair the way you do it, I need to look at it. And it's like,
It's. I think that.
Hands, I'm like that with hands. I
Hands.
can't just draw them out of my head. I gotta look at.
But a
hands.
lot of it is reference. Like, because I hung out with.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jerry Winsborough, who's
my
got
man.
Seek.
Yo, Jerry, I want to be a
Jerry
villain. I got the
Winsborough.
slick back ponytail. I could look like a bad guy.
Dude,
I'm saying.
we had
I'm
so
just saying,
much fun,
Jerry.
bro,
I
doing
can
this.
grow
That
my
one
goatee.
little thing. I hung
That's
out with
dope.
him. He has a book called Seek. I'm a bounty hunter in
Yeah.
Seek. You know what I mean? Named Beacon.
That's
So
dope.
I'm
What's your name? What?
Beacon.
Beacon.
Yo, why you peeking?
Yo, you Beacon?
Beacon. Yo, B.
Yo, B, come here, B. Anyway, shut up.
Oh, you crazy. That's how.
Oh, this is
Jerry
French.
does
This
his
is
thing,
French.
and I love his
But
process.
Jerry,
Yeah,
yes,
break it
Jerry
down.
will.
Yeah.
Jerry, yo, dude, talk
He's
about a
hardcore,
Bible.
man.
Talk
He's
about a
hardcore.
Bible. My man broke out.
Jerry's hardcore.
And I don't mean to give away any of your secrets, but he broke out a binder, right? And in the binder, he had just, if you don't know what the hell that, it just looks like doodles.
Right.
but it's his
He's the
layout,
only one that
and
understands.
he's the only
It's
one
his
that knows
shorthand, yeah.
what's in
It's
that
secret
page.
code for him.
He's
That's
like,
awesome.
all right, you're not even in this scene. I'm gonna put you in this scene. I know what I'm gonna put you. All right, I'm gonna need you to do this.
Man, that's
I'm gonna
awesome.
need you to do that.
I love that.
Now this monster's coming up here. I need you to be
Right,
shooting
look
at that
over
monster.
there.
Look over
Oh,
there.
man.
Turn over and tell him that to back out, whatever. So like his direction, dude, and the images that he got, and I think that it's fun because you become an actor, right?
You're
At the
acting,
moment,
totally.
you're
You're
acting,
totally acting.
and you're
Yeah,
doing it, and you're
yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
And then what he puts on the page, because if you look at his Seek book, it's crazy how much detail he puts into
yeah.
that book.
He kills it.
It's
Kills
crazy
it.
with the
And how
detail.
funny was it to have like real looking gun props or whatever out on the
Bro,
street
in the
New
park.
York?
We in the park in Queens.
You must have had
He's like,
people
all
like
right,
looking like
all
crazy
right, George,
at you, right?
you're brown. Here, grab this gun.
You're brown in the broad daylight, right?
We're brought that they like don't worry about that
That
older
is
couple
funny,
walking around.
man. That
Point
is
the gun at them.
hilarious.
No, I'm just kidding. He was just like point a gun. I'm like, yo, dude, any minute now ISIS is coming, looking for my stuff. So no, but it was a
That
good
is
time,
good
man. We
stuff,
had a
man.
good
Yeah,
time.
Jerry,
Oh,
I'm
we had a good
available,
time.
Jerry. Let me know, man.
Jerry's ready.
Send
He
me a
said,
message,
yo,
send
whenever
me a
you guys are
message.
ready, let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm
Let's
off
do it.
weekdays, man. I'm off Wednesday, Thursdays at the time. So seriously.
Yeah,
Wanna do
no.
this.
I thought it was Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's what it
I got
says.
switched. Now it's Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've been switching. All right.
It's been like that a couple of months now.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So are we still waiting for Mark, or what are we doing?
I guess
for nobody.
I don't know.
You still have more stuff to show us? You got.
Oh yeah, you
All my
had something.
surprises are
You-
are-
oh,
you had surprises?
You got
I wanna
any
show
surprises,
something
Joe?
after the show, actually.
Can't
Say-
think of it
That
right
scanner
now.
that works, right?
I don't have a scanner.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Is it a big paper?
Regular stuff, comic book. I brought the pages.
Oh, I have.
If you have a
Oh.
scanner, that was.
It's
the
11 by 17.
Yeah.
I've been taking photos of it. I don't have 11 by 17 scanner. It broke. That's what I've been doing, just taking photographs.
I did not know that. Okay, well, yeah.
You got pages?
I got the
I could-
before
yeah.
seen, never before published
Never before
pages.
seen
Oh,
pages
we
of
can take pictures,
Forbidden.
yeah.
All right.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, we gotta be doing some stuff after the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here for a minute,
Get outta
son.
here. But, so what we doing? Guys?
So yeah. You think it's time? You guys want to hear the announcement?
Oh,
Are you all still there?
Mike,
How many of you are
what's up,
still in the chat?
There's still 10 watching,
Nino,
bro.
what's up,
I'm
Nino?
watching.
They watching. They ready. So we had this huge announcement.
Oof.
Sam's got a big. I'm talking about. This is big, bro. This is bigger than when you stopped working and became a brokepreneur.
Yeah.
And I know what it is, and I haven't been able to say anything, and I hate that.
That's hard for George to keep a
you
secret.
Bro!
It's hard. George
Bro,
will tell a
I've
secret.
been hanging out with you a
Don't tell
lot.
a secret to Georgie, because
Seriously.
Georgie will be like, yo, Aniba,
Yo, Anima, come here. I gotta tell you something.
tell you something.
But I didn't.
You didn't do it this time.
I haven't
You did
said
not do it. I
anything.
gotta be honest.
haven't
I don't
said
know what it
anything.
is.
My wife almost slept when she was talking to you.
Oh,
And I was like, she goes, I said, no. She's like, Jay's in the house still.
Okay.
Jay's ready. Jay's
I want to
ready.
hear.
I am somewhere.
I want to hear it. There. Let's hear it.
Who else? Nino, you still there?
Drum roll, please.
Martino. Who else is there? Nerds are there.
This thing just spiked up to 11 real quick.
They're like announcing.
Yes.
Announcement time.
Oh.
Shit, we've been sitting through this whole thing. Let's hear some announcements.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Marky Mark was on 2 hours ago.
Oh shoot! All right, Sam, let him have it. Let him have it. Guys, remember, take this in. Take it in.
Let's get that breaking news going.
And now we have.
So this is quite ironic that the first time I get the crew in the studios is going to be the last time. I am moving to Texas. In about 30 to 45 days, I'll be out in Texas.
Are we being punked?
Dun dun dun.
Whoa.
So take it all in, guys. Take it
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost stepped up on my post actually.
Yeah. So yes, we already bought a house.
Somebody buy the house?
We bought the house.
No, this house I'm talking about.
What?
Somebody buy this house?
John's ready to buy it.
It'll sell. It's gonna sell quickly. It's a prime location.
That is not what I thought I was going to hear.
That's
at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But congratulations. Is it a better situation for you, I think?
Yes,
Living,
yes.
cost of living wise and all of that stuff?
Yes. Yeah. We bought the home.
Jason is from Texas. What part of Texas?
Rowlett,
Is
Texas,
that next to Houston at all? He's from Houston, I believe.
near Dallas.
Dallas.
It's about yes. It's
I don't know the layout like that. but-
it's 30 minutes.
Jason, where are you from? Houston, or I forget where you're from?
Yo,
But
Nino's
chime in.
moving to Texas
Nino's moving
next
to-
month. What? Everybody's moving to Texas.
No way, no way.
I'm moving to Rowlett, Texas. Where you moving to, Dino?
Oh Oh,
Wow.
snap.
Yeah, look, Salazar's asking where.
Congratulations, Sam.
Yeah. So, I guess the year of COVID, and then becoming a brokepreneur, and then investing in this house is over 100 years old, and it just became a money pit for us. And so when we looked at all the challenges, my wife is from Texas, and she wanted to be back with her family, and so we were looking for a while. We were being outbid on everything because everyone from New York and California is moving to Texas, and I mean, every home we looked at, we got outbid, and then we found this home.
It is a seller's market, though.
Yeah, and
Nino said me too. I don't know if he meant the same city. Same. He's like neighborinos. He's coming over.
what part of Texas, Nino? Where are you going?
That's crazy, son.
And Jay's in Houston.
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, nice. Yo, Jay, there's a lot of Comic Cons in Texas. I noticed. But
Wow.
yeah. So
Not
we
what I
will be.
expected.
We
I
will
thought we were
be.
gonna move to like a real studio or something. That's what I'm thinking.
We will be moving at the end of this month,
Isn't that crazy?
Holy
and
cow,
then
end of this month.
I will
That's like in 2 days.
at the end of July.
Okay, we're not in July yet.
He's moving tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
We're helping
We're
him.
still in June. Yeah, I know, right?
By the way, fellas, you're helping.
July. Okay, July.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah. So, actually, John. I start packing tomorrow. I gotta pack
I
at
gotta
least.
soak this in, bro. This is like too much for me to take.
It's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
I just built up my office of my dreams, and
Wow.
yeah. So I'll move. The movers take everything at the end of the month. I'll drive out there with my wife.
That thing have like the funeral march on it?
I know. Right? So I'm gonna drive her out there, and then I'm gonna fly back, and I'm gonna sleep in a sleeping bag, selling this house. So I'll be out here selling this place. Once we empty it out, we're putting it on the market. We're gonna wait till we empty it out first, and so I'll be back. So I'm doing ZoloCon, but I'm not sure about EternalCon.
So you may not do
John,
You're right.
That's
So-
That's what's
John,
up.
you're right.
I
You're
don't-
okay, John?
Priority.
John, you're.
So-
No, wait a minute. But you're
So
doing ZoloCon.
it's also fitting that New York Comic Con turned down my application because I won't be here anyway. And but Dallas has the Fan Expo in September. So if I'm moved out there on time, then I'll do the Fan Expo. I won't
We
know.
could do the Dallas. I'll move out there.
John's been trying to move.
was
John's been
right
trying to
there.
move.
So yeah, so it was a tough decision to make. It was crazy because I've always wanted something like this.
Yes.
And I looked forward to days like this day. And then I'm, then realizing it, and like everything, I've grown up here. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens, lived in Jersey for 24 years. This is all I know. So going out there, we'll be by a lake, which is great. It's a great community, and
What's the name of the town again?
Rowlett. Yeah.
He says a 4-hour drive from
where?
Houston.
From Houston?
Jay says.
Yeah, Texas is humongous.
Yeah,
It's 20.
it's
It's a
huge.
24-hour drive. I'm doing it straight. You would do shifts. Yes.
John, you're gonna
Yeah.
take the 4th shift. No, I'm serious.
Don't laugh. I'm serious. And so yeah.
Damn.
So yeah. So it's gonna.
That's heavy. Wow.
Isn't that
I was
crazy,
not
dude?
expecting that at all.
No, I.
First
Yeah.
time we get together in the studio is also the last.
I'm flying.
I had an ass now.
I'm flying.
I said I almost wish I had an ass with the news was. Man.
Yeah, I'm flying. I'm flying to Texas Saturday because I'm taking measurements of
why you
what's
gotta
going to
do
be
that.
my new studio. So I will still be doing the podcasting while I'm trying to sell the house because the only thing that's going to be left here is going to be my computer and gear.
You're gonna see nothing in the.
You're gonna see nothing. All this would be gone, but it'll just be the
I'm gonna get my picture. Man.
yeah. So Masterpiece Art School looking good, guys. Hey, what's up? Yeah. So yeah, it was tough. It was very. But it's the right thing. That she's excited.
yeah,
The family, her family's excited. It's better for her business. I can work anywhere. It doesn't really matter. And so I'm hoping that, with you guys out here and me out there, we can broaden our reach and expand and get a bigger audience. And then once I'm settled in, you guys are all welcome. I got outbid on the house with the pool, but my house is 4 houses down from the lake, so
Yeah, so well, I'm excited. You know.
Master, that's actually Christian Alua. So big shout out to Christian. Thank you for stopping by, my man.
Yeah. Cool.
Sebastian, Catch the Craze is going to have Texas barbecue segment now. But for real, congratulations. Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, when Sam was telling me this stuff, I was like, holy
it's like
cow,
bittersweet,
dude.
man. I'm excited about being here, and then I'm finding
but you
out
know
this
what?
is the last time I'm here.
Listen, outside of just this,
Wow.
Sam and I are very good friends. I consider him a friend and a brother. And it is hard to hear that, you know what I mean? Because, you're just a hop and a skip away. Let's go. Let's do it. And when COVID ends, we're going to go to the studio and do all this.
Yeah.
And COVID's ended. But it's also brought, and even the house, dude, like there's just a lot of stuff. I know you've been going through some stuff with the house. So it's the best move for you. And because you know what it is? When you have all of that other stuff on your mind, it stifles your creativity.
Yeah.
And you're not as good as you can possibly be when that happens because you have all this other stuff. So, yeah, man.
This house was killing me.
I look at it as I got some place to stay when I go to Texas.
Yeah. It's a 4-bedroom home, and it's
Boom! We all got a place to stay.
So we're excited. We got it at a really great price, and so it's just moving fast. Like tomorrow, I got to start packing at least 10 boxes a day. So because the moves will all come on one day, and
you already closed on the house and all that.
we were walking it Saturday. The appraiser goes on Monday. So all that stuff.
You've been to the location. You've seen it.
Yes. No, I see it through FaceTime. So my sister-in-law had to do it because we went there, and all the homes that we went through and we bid on, we got outbid.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Funny story, true story is we got outbid on 2 homes that really, really wanted. And then we bid on this and we got it. And then those other homes called us and says, we want to give you you got the sale because the other ones didn't come through. Wow. So the bidders. So it's fun. Then we had 3 options, and but I really love this house. It was just it was big enough where, because we have the animals, where you won't even know that we have animals. And that's what's great. We have a big yard, over here. You see how small my yard is. So that the dogs don't get to run around.
Definitely, you get more for your money down in a place like that. Cost of living up.
Taxes
is just ridiculous.
Taxes are 50% less than.
I know. I live in Bergen County myself, so yeah.
Can I see pictures of the house?
Who said that?
Otherwise, he's gonna be out my window. I'm like,
He's
who's
inviting
that
himself
looking
over
in my
too.
window, pal?
But I get it, man. I understand from that standpoint. I totally get it. Yeah.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
So that's how it was hard, and then George knew what I was going through with this whole process.
Crazy.
Yeah, and this house, we were blessed because this was more the house that my wife wanted. Beautiful neighborhood. The neighbors are amazing on this block. But when you invest in an old home, it comes with problems. This is a house that was stucco. So when they built the house, they didn't have insulation in the walls. So when it's winter, it's cold. When it's summer, it's hot. And it's you need 10 AC units in order to cool this place up. And then you have the issues with the old plumbing and when we first moved in, you heard the pipes rattling. I thought there were ghosts in the house.
Damn.
It was like we had to get that fixed. There was a lot of things. So, and then we just needed a break.
I'm looking at the comments.
New York has been crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And with all the restrictions and all the violence that's going out of control in New York City and out here, and it's just like I need a break. And and I've never been afraid of taking risks and changing up. So I'm excited. I'm sad at the same time because we're at the cusp of doing something great, and I don't want that to change. It's just going to be different.
The good thing is that the pandemic kind of allowed us to discover Zoom.
Yeah.
So a news like this before the pandemic would have been devastating. Like, yo, what are we going to do? Yeah. But now, I'm just happy that we were able to come in, all of us. That's why it was a big deal to have everybody here, at least for the last show. Some of the guys on here are saying, Crystal says Dallas area is a great place. Real smart, Sammy. Yeah, because George cried when I moved to Orlando. Tony can recommend some good Texas barbecue. Sebastian says that. Let's see. Christian asked for the pictures of the house. Are you guys taking applications for a Fourth Horseman now? And then Crystal says she's got to go, got things to do and people to see. Take care. Later, Crystal. Thank you so much.
People to stalk.
Yeah, the horseman's gone. Long live the new horseman.
Get a new horseman.
Oh man, hey man, the show must go on. So we'll still be doing this. We'll just be remote.
Yes. So I'm going to be it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But you're gonna kill it. You're gonna do well. We'll
Nah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, the next 2 months are gonna be chaotic, but it's like trying to figure it all that stuff out, and we're cramming in our August and September guests, so this way everything's already built into YouTube.
So how long were you able to keep this a secret? How long have you known? I just want to just.
I've known what 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, impressive, bro.
Yeah, I've known for a while, bro.
Good,
For a while, I'm like, I can't say that.
Getting better, yeah.
Can't talk about that. Can't say that. Nope. Now I gotta talk about that.
Yeah, because I almost wasn't gonna do ZoloCon.
Yeah,
because I didn't know the timeline.
That was hard to keep from you too. I was like, oh.
I was ready to call them up and ask for my money back, and then I realized I was like,
devastated. I was more concerned about John.
Life changing.
I was like, oh, you're not gonna go to ZoloCon? Does John know? No. I'll let you tell him.
Yeah, so I could definitely make ZoloCon. It's going to be EternalCon is going to all determine on how fast it sells. You'll be talking to the realtor because when we bought this house 4 years ago, it went on the market on a Monday, and on Tuesday they had multiple offers. And we got it because my wife came over and spent the day with the owner's wife, and they hit it off, and so
nice.
she liked her. So then
Look at her.
yeah. So we're not worried about it. It's just how fast we can flip it. Will determine if I can do EternalCon. Yeah. But those bastards at New York Comic Con said, "Get out of here."
Not today.
Not today. Take your crazies somewhere else. Yeah.
New York Comic Con, that era's gone, man. I don't
You're done with New York Comic Con?
But yo,
honestly,
Fan
they
Expo.
don't have anything we can't do for ourselves.
The Dallas Fan Expo is 4 days.
Is it?
Yeah, it's September. I was wishing it was October.
Right.
And I was like,
Something
September.
in October.
It's cutting it close for me.
Yeah.
It's it is what it is, right?
Yes.
That's why I wanted to save it towards the end because it is tough, and I'm trying not to get sappy up in here.
I know, right?
I know.
It's over. Well,
Wow, I mean,
that concludes the show for today, guys.
man, tune in.
We're still doing the monthlies.
The Four Horsemen, we're still doing it. I mean, nothing's changed. I still have the same technology, the same equipment. I just wish that we didn't have COVID and we had more time to do this live.
Right. Yeah.
If
we had more time to do the live ones.
Okay, so I have a question.
Oh, I thought he had an announcement
I
too.
know, right?
He's like, all right, well, I'm moving.
He says, "I'll bring it back to Jerry curls."
I can't top that one. That's a whammy. But I'm gonna try to get a soppy moment out of y'all.
Oh.
In commemoration, what is your favorite horseman moment? Scene.
My favorite Horseman moment. I think my favorite moment was you. We had technical difficulties.
That's every time.
The camera's on, the camera's off. You logged on twice. We got two Johns. We don't know which one's
I
on.
remember that
So
one.
he was
Holy.
angry. He
Yes.
was like dropping F-bomb. Like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
Jam, does he know he's being recorded right now? What's going on, bro?
That was the Samuel Jackson joke.
Yeah, I think that was always been my favorite moment. It's always you are naturally funny. So we're
That is a
laughing
compliment,
with.
by the way.
We are laughing with
funny
you,
looking, bro.
not laughing at you. You don't realize it, but you are naturally funny. And if you play that up more, I mean, it's
don't
very
tell him that.
it's
Don't
very
tell-
appealing.
Don't tell Uncle George will get the brunt of that.
No, it's true, and I think
George,
sometimes
don't
you
be
think
funny
people
right
are making fun. No, I think you just have a natural ability to be funny without realizing it. And so I think that makes these podcasts fun.
Okay, what was the question again?
Your best Horseman moment.
Man, I love all of them, man. I love the energy I get when I'm around you guys. You know, you guys have become like my surrogate brothers. And I don't have brothers. I grew up with sisters. And I got 3 sisters and whatnot. So you guys, I've always considered like my boys' brothers. You know, and I grew apart from, like, I'm still friends with a lot of guys I was as a kid.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Jim, one of them.
Jim.
K, you know, my cousin JR.
K.
But like we have separate lives now. You know, they have separate interests. They're not comic book heads to the extent that I am, creators, and you guys are. So it's like you guys have become like brothers to me. You know what I'm saying? Sappy moment alert. But,
Yo, we're still doing San Diego next year. I'm just saying. We got to do that road trip.
Nah, that's that
we
reunion
definitely
right
got to do
there.
a show together at a convention.
Oh, yeah, for
wherever.
sure.
Yeah.
Texas, Jersey, wherever it may be.
Yeah.
We got to get back behind the table together.
I mean, we keep in contact regardless. We always gonna be.
We're still doing the monthlies.
Well, yeah.
Nothing's changed.
That's the thing about technology, bro. You move away, it doesn't.
It's a different
it
era
doesn't
now.
change.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, the COVID has proven that it can be done this way.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and what's crazy is that the conventions we outlined for next year, we can all meet up there.
Exactly.
You know.
There it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
You know.
My favorite Horseman moment, I think, is easy. This is it. This is my favorite. You know, the first and the last.
It's crazy.
This is it.
This is the record books.
This covers it all.
This is it. You know what I mean? The fact that we were able to come together, you know what I mean, and physically be in the same room, like was planned all along. You know what I mean? This was these mics, these stands are here
because of you guys.
Exactly.
That was the whole thing. My whole vision was get the crew back in the room.
It culminated
and we probably would have been able to do more than just monthly shows that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could have been more live shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could have came up with me. You lived 15 minutes away. Hey, we're doing a show. You know, everybody get together. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
It is a thing. It's
Cool.
happening.
Definitely, Jay. Definitely. Gotta meet up.
Yeah. All right. For sure, man. Yeah, so that's the big announcement. Huge news as promised.
So this is how it looks like when 4 people get together.
Get COVID. Sorry, guys.
And if anybody listening want to type their Four Horsemen favorite moment,
Oh, look at you. Driving that. I like
share
it.
the love.
Oh, wow.
What's your
What's your Johnny?
look at the big brain on John. Wow.
You're gonna start singing Michael Jackson. Another day has come.
John, you want to do the split?
Had I known about
You wanna
it,
do the
I
split?
would have bought a little something to toast with.
He said I should do the split. Don't do it, John.
Well, I'm still here, so we can all meet up.
To toast to this moment. You know?
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
We definitely could toast at any moment.
yeah.
For sure.
I mean, we could still do another live show here. It's just gonna be empty.
Okay. Hey, that's cool.
Word.
I'll get all my pictures.
It's like the last episode of whatever favorite sitcom of yours.
right.
You know what I mean? That's what it would be with everything gone.
Yeah. He turns off the light at the
That's
end.
it.
He walks out, looks at the room one last time, all dramatic. Wipes his tear, turns off the light.
What was
Fresh
your
Prince style.
What was your favorite last episode?
Wait, hold on.
Let's
Thank you,
close it
Nino.
out.
And
Nino.
Nino, I don't know if you were being honest about moving to Texas, but if you were, we'll definitely meet up sometime out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys are gonna be down the block. You better meet up. He says, "Got to give up the baseball cap for a cowboy hat."
I have my cowboy boots and my hat.
Peace, Nino. Thank you, brother.
Peace.
All right, Nino.
Yo, what was your favorite last episode? The last scene, the last episode of a sitcom. Think about that.
Sitcom.
You got one?
A sitcom? Last scene, last epised.
That you were like, yo, that was a good one.
I cried.
Oh, which one?
Charles in Charge.
Yo, that was a good one, dog.
I cried.
Yo, I forgot about Charles in Charge.
The new boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs and is understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember Nicole Eckert. Nicole Eckert, bro.
Yes.
I love Nicole Eckert. Buddy.
That last show, and then when the curtains went and they said goodbye to the audience,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
I
no.
remember that.
My favorite-
I did watch the show.
Yeah.
My favorite was always when Buddy would run in. Hey Charles, it's me, Buddy. He's like, psh.
Oh, yeah, that was like a running joke.
Yes.
Wow. What was yours? Anyone?
Man, gotta think about that one. the one that stood out that I just mentioned is the Fresh Prince one.
That-
But,
that's-
I also like, and you probably might.
Oh, but he looked
the
at
Three's
the empty
Company
space.
One. Yeah, the Three's Company one.
Oh,
when,
yes.
when they emptied out the apartment
Yes.
for the final time, that one kind of stands out to me too.
Yeah. That was good.
But yeah.
Yeah, the Fresh Prince, that was emotional.
That the Fresh Prince. That one stands out the most.
I think that that's definitely.
You know
one
what
of
I
mine.
mean? Like that was a good one. The Friends last episode was good too. Like if you
I saw
followed
that one
Friends,
too,
that
I
one
did
was
see
good.
that one.
What was yours, Johnny?
I would say can we say streaming like series too, or just sitcom?
I don't. Yeah. What streaming? What
Whatever you
streaming?
like, dog.
which
Okay.
one?
Well, the Fresh Prince was really, really good. I like that one. And I loved the last episode of Supernatural. Me and you talked
Oh yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Well,
that
that's a
makes-
sitcom though. That was on
that
TV.
makes
That was on
sense.
Channel
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
What was the last episode? I mean, spoiler alert.
Well, should we tell
Well,
it?
yeah, you want to give it away?
Do you watch it?
Of which one?
Supernatural.
Supernatural, you watch it.
My
You make
wife
it-
watched every episode. I've
I
seen
guess you shouldn't
60% of it.
I won't spoil it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tell the ending.
She's seen it every
Spoiler
episode. She's seen
Tony
every
Stark
episode.
is dead.
Oh, we just
wanted to say
we
that.
just took
I
it.
just wanted to say that.
Yes.
I want to say it too.
Yes, she's seen the entire series twice.
I've seen
What?
it a couple of times myself.
We
Yeah.
can't-
The whole
Yo,
thing?
do you
Yeah.
know that? What's his name?
I've seen it a few times.
What's the one with the short hair's name?
Dean.
Dean. Yo, he got some singing chops.
Does he really?
Yeah, you ever heard? Yo, he can
He
sing.
can sing. Yeah.
It's like,
He does.
wow.
There's a few episodes of him doing it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never got into that show. I should probably
It is
give
good.
it, give it another
Watch
try.
it,
I should
yeah,
give it another
yeah.
try.
That is good.
It's good. You
I
become
give
a
it
fan of the characters after a while. Like you know these guys. You know.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'm not going to give a spoiler, but I will say this.
Yes, you will.
Episode, and me and Anna have agreed on this. Episode 13 is the biggest letdown. I mean,
Season.
the season 13, I think, is the biggest
There's a
letdown
few
of it.
seasons. Yeah. Like
It
they're
dropped
kind of.
off.
Yeah.
But, like I said, the ending, the way they bring it together. is
It was a
like-
fair finale. I know some people were upset about the way it went out, but I thought it was fair. It made sense for that to happen in the way that it did. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
All
my
right.
second
so-
favorite season finale is this.
This is
This
it.
episode right here.
Wait, this is the
Series
season
finale.
This is the season finale.
This is a season finale.
Live
Finale.
series finale.
Season
Live. Okay,
finale.
there will be a
Season.
continuation.
There will be
but
more
This
seasons.
is in that category. for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
so
yeah.
this one is
The-
my favorite.
This is the season finale in New York, in Jersey, New York / Jersey.
Yeah.
To be continued. Season 2 will be in Texas.
Alright.
Catch the crazy in Texas.
Alrighty, alright.
You gotta do what's it called? You gotta do going away, something, get together party somewhere.
You're in charge.
Put it together.
Oh, we definitely gotta get together before I go. So
Yeah,
because I'm still gonna be here. I have to come back and sell the place. Desiree will be out there. I'll be out here working with the realtors.
Yeah, my wife will be away. George knows for like 3 weeks in July, so I'm off. Like I said, Wednesday, Thursdays I'm off. So
the
if
cat's
I'm not
away.
doing anything,
Yeah.
me and Chris Duck had been planning another get together like we did
Oh,
last
yeah,
time.
dope.
He actually
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do it tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow works for me, so I'm gonna. But maybe in the next couple of weeks I'll hit everybody up and
Yeah.
we'll just
Yeah,
do
we'll,
that.
we'll hit some of the people on the chat,
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
that watch us all the
Whoever
time.
just wants
You
to
know,
hang and talk
Hang,
shop
we'll
and
do
our
look
thing.
at comics at Midtown Comics, drink a little coffee, eat a little food or whatever. That's what we do.
Word. Word.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good. So this is another episode of Catch the Craze.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna try to remember everybody who was in the chat. Christian Aluas, Nino Messinera. Nino, that man. Nino came through.
through, bro.
Krista Joy, Nerds of the Round, Sebastian Bonet. Let's see, we had Jay Salazar. We had San Martino. Who else we have? We had John Coates. What else do we have? On
You mentioned Crystal, right? We had Gilbert Rodriguez.
Gilly was in the house.
Gilbert was in here.
Yeah,
We had a few.
we had quite a.
heads.
Yeah,
Jay
we had Mike.
Salazar. We had Mike. Mike was always in the house. Yeah.
We had Daphne Lage. Daphne.
Lage. Big
I-
shout out to Daph.
Yeah, she's still packing her stuff.
That's right.
Yes, I hope I didn't miss
Wow,
any.
it was a 2-hour special today.
Yeah, this was a big one. Yeah, we had over 100 comments.
Yay.
But yeah. So this was another great episode of Catch the Craze podcast. Again, thank you to everybody who was in the chat, and thank you to the Four Horsemen for being in the room. Right, I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera,
George the Dreamer Medina.
and
Jeez.
we are
It's just it's not.
Acquiesce. No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh my God.
He described me. He said, I'm the
What? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. This is Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.